oh boy.
Just starting the podcast right from here, huh? And not any of that other stuff.
No, that's right.
That's correct. We got it good. This is a great start to the podcast right here, right now.
Yeah, that exact time code. Never mind the original minute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That never.
Ignore
happened.
that.
That never ever happened, and will never ever happen. So
this is it, man. This is Grindhouse Movie Club, and we're fucking stoked.
We are.
On a Sunday morning. Some people, we are definitely breathing oxygen. Some people are at church right now, like making themselves a better person.
Paying their tithings to the Lord.
Reminding themselves of their convictions.
Oh,
all those things that are fun. Don't do those.
No.
Not in the eyes of this Lord.
Nah, this Lord demands you to watch a horror movie up until 3 o'clock in the morning, and then fall asleep for a couple of hours to wake up and watch it for another couple hours.
Why would you torture yourself by watching it at 3 a.m.?
Well, I mean, I got home at midnight, and I had to,
Good God.
and then I just kind of, went at it like an animal.
Yeah. Well, I was up at 7 to do this.
Oh.
That's pretty normal for me.
That would have been a smart move on my part, but I was worried that there was going to be a lot to unpack in this film, and I wanted
That's funny.
I wanted all of my attention to be paid directly to the film.
Yeah, you want to be bright and fresh.
Bright and fresh.
For the movie that we watched this week.
That's you're goddamn right. So, yeah, welcome to Grindhouse Movie Club. We're gonna.
What's the name of that Discord so people can join?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how to link people to Discord. That's the thing. Discord's really sneaky.
No, it's some weird encryption code that looks like you're buying Bitcoin.
Yeah, and I promise, I don't even know what Bitcoin is. So if I ask you to buy it for me, it's not me. I don't want it.
I'll never. You're like the anti-scam auto messages that I get from my phone company. Is that we will never text you asking for bill information.
We will never call you unsolicited and find out your information.
Yeah, we'll never get mad at you for not participating and call your mother a slut. Yeah, every call center scammer, the second that they realize that you're wise to their scheme, they just start going off on your mother.
I love it. It's really fun. It's a really fun thing for them to do.
There's a certain subsection of human beings that really like to say the phrase mother bitch. Let me tell you.
I feel like those people haven't learned a phrase to go in between that yet. But they'll figure it out. You're the mother of a bitch.
Yeah.
Throw that in there.
That's the full sentence, guys.
You're a mother of a bitch.
Oh, well, you'd have to be a parent.
I don't know. Bitch mom.
Bitch mom.
Bitch mom.
Just fall right back down.
Whenever I answer the phone, I just I give them a couple seconds, and if they don't say something right away, I hang up.
A lot of the time for me, it turns into a pre-recorded Chinese lady speaking to me.
Oh, yeah.
They might have an English-sounding name, but it's not that when you hear it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I guess I never really answer my phone, to be honest.
Oh, me neither. If it's important, you'll leave a voicemail.
Yeah,
and then I'll check that after I've forgotten for 3 days to check it.
And I have no idea how to check my voicemail these days, so I'm kind of fine with that because that's my excuse now. Is if I miss something, well, I don't know.
Well, I don't have access to my message.
They put a password on it, and they didn't tell me what that password was.
They really do that?
True story.
Holy fuck. It's probably 1234. That's everybody's shitty voicemail password.
I don't dare try because I don't want to know what it is.
What kind of person do you have to be to have your voicemails locked down like that? I need to have an access code to my grandmother calling me and asking me to go out for breakfast.
Right? I don't know.
What if that information, that sensitive information, falls into the wrong hands?
I feel like your grandmother should just text you.
My grandmother flatly refuses to text. She's like, it's beyond me.
She won't even do voice to text. That's a
I don't think she knows how. She has no interest in learning new technology.
You shout at your rectangle until your grandchild is contacted. Until the message is across.
You shout at your rectangle.
Your filth rectangle. You just go, fucking tell Jay, breakfast, 12. It's brunch now. It's fucking brunch. Tell him brunch.
Given my eating habits, every meal that I eat is breakfast in a day.
Oh, nice. You just a big first meal guy?
I'm a only one meal guy.
Only one meal guy.
So technically it's always breakfast.
I eat several peanut butter sandwiches throughout the day.
I've been getting on that train a little bit.
Nice.
Also with old cheddar.
No, only peanut butter.
Oh, I'm not allowed to have grilly cheese?
I mean, you can, but that's not part of the diet. The diet's hard peanut butter all day.
Hard peanut, not even smooth.
No,
Chunky.
we got the stuff you have to keep upside down in your fridge.
Yeah, we got the
else-
peanut butter that's just peanuts still. Just peanuts.
Oh, that's the
Peanuts
worst
in a
one.
sauce.
That's the worst one.
Great.
I hate it.
What is this, a Thai restaurant?
Honestly, I feel like that's probably what that's for, and we're just not paying attention to the label. Mine's got like that inch of liquid on the top.
That's
you know?
that natural. That's all natural.
Yeah,
artisanal. You got
yeah.
that from a farmer's market by a lake.
I got that from a Walmart. 2 for $8.
I mean, there's a decent chance that just means it's expired.
I don't know, man. All I know is you gotta keep it upside down, or else it's burnt.
It's
Just trying to tie it all together today.
yeah. What movie did we do? On the topic of runes.
Well, first of all, grindhousemovie.club is the website.
It
You
sure is.
Go there. There's a link to the Discord.
Andrew is the name of the man who does the song for Grindhouse Movie Club, the podcast.
Sure is. And also,
Yeah.
you can go to the website. You just
That's
go to the website, and there's
That cough is actually in the address. You have to type out cough.
yep dot
Dot hack.
Well, I'll tell you what. The
Go
film,
ahead. Yeah.
the absolute banger we did this
The
week.
banger, dude.
See, you, I don't know what you didn't enjoy about it, because
You're gonna get a list.
did you actually did you write notes this time about
I
it?
did.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
but
right.
when do I not write notes?
I don't know. Well, no, you just like you don't normally write a lot compared to what I write, so I'm just wondering.
That's true. And this one is like is a little bit below average on the notes amount.
Okay, all right. So you actually enjoyed it then. You had a few notes.
Well, it's a combination of I didn't have. It doesn't really give you a whole lot to bitch about because there's not a whole lot in the movie. The things happen the way that they happen, and you just sit there and watch it.
I think we had 2 different experiences with the runes,
The ruins.
the runes, the rents.
The runs?
If you yeah, I mean, if you're in the right part of America, that's how they pronounce it.
It had better not be anywhere that they pronounce it the runs.
We're
We're gonna go to an ancient run today.
We're going to them runs.
Oh, perfect. I
Going
want to
to
see
the
that.
runs.
Yeah, it's a giant pyramid of runs.
There's
There's a fucking brown waterfall coming from the top the whole time. I go to visit the runs today. I'm in Mexico and I ate the ice.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's pretty fucking racist movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think this movie took place. Like, I don't think they filmed this in Mexico. I doubt they did.
The ruins, everybody. It looks like once they actually get into the jungle part that they're in fucking South America. So like, I don't know where they shot this.
It just looks like a bushy backyard.
Somebody's lawnmower's broken.
They just drove by a couple mountains. It was just jeeps, and then it's just like a set.
Yeah,
It's a back lot,
it's a Survivor Man river.
pretty much. They probably had Les Stroud being like, yeah, you can go in there and it's just fine.
Just watch out for Bigfoot, because I believe in that as Les Stroud.
It's true.
Unfortunate is what it is. You know, his wife left him.
Was it because of the Bigfoot?
I can only imagine it's because of the Bigfoot. They're out there with the solar panels in the log cabin in the woods, and he keeps waking up at 3 a.m. like, "Hey, wake up! He's back!
There's a goddamn Bigfoot out there.
He's back! He's fucking with the goats."
He's going through the garbage.
Bigfoot's essentially a homeless crackhead.
I swear to God, I
Or a
lock those.
raccoon is just fucking opening bags.
I lock those lids down every night, and every morning I come out and they're askew.
He keeps picking the locks.
Oh, speaking of raccoons,
Yeah.
you know, twas a summer of camping, as
It was,
you do.
yeah.
And
Hence the sporadic podcast update schedule. That being like fucking 6 weekends this summer, I was doing shit.
yeah, we for a while there we were just in the woods living life.
Yeah. A bunch of times.
Feet from a road for me, but like you know, we were roughing it, pretty old school. You know, starting fires, fighting off raccoons.
Oh, tons of them all the time.
I got like pretty close to one, and like they're adorable, but oh my God, they're so annoying.
Did any of them do the stand-up thing where they're trying to like make themselves look bigger?
Well, they did the stand-up thing, as in like the "Are you gonna hand that chip to me?" and like tapped their fingers together like a fucking uwu girl. Is that my chip?
It's like A condescending teacher. They put their fingertips together and they're gonna explain something to you like you're 5 years old.
It's like the power triangle or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of like turned around and there's like a raccoon just like it popped its head up and just like its arm just reached up and grabbed my bag of chips.
Asshole.
Yeah, it scared the hell out of me.
That's what steel-toe boots were made for.
Boy, oh boy, that is
Rocketing raccoons further away from chips than you are.
Do not send this to Peta.
Peta? Trisha Paytas?
Don't send this to that
Dumpy woman.
That. I know. I was trying to think of a word to describe PETA, the company, because they wear leather still.
Yeah, leather belts.
Oh my god!
You got to keep your pants up when you're rallying against animal cruelty.
True. That nothing does it like a fucking dead animal.
If those pants, if my pants fall down, you're gonna find out how fucking hard I am when I spray orange paint all over a storefront.
You're gonna see how fucking blood-filled my knob gets.
Yeah, that's where I get it from when I throw it on people who wear fur.
It's knob.
It's knob blood.
I gotta drain my knob, or else it gets infected.
Type B.
For knob. All right, we did the fucking ruins.
Yeah, we did the ruins. You got you got 2 sentences or less for the ruins.
Yeah.
Featuring Gretchen from Donnie Darko.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
I do have 2 sentences less, but I also wrote a note. It's kind of an excuse as to why there was no episode uploaded last week.
Okay.
Out of respect for 9/11, we decided not to release our Shin Godzilla episode. That just seemed like the decent thing to do. You're welcome, America.
Well, listen. 9/11 didn't happen because of a nuclear meltdown.
Yeah, but a lot of buildings toppled, and I just feel
does
like
happen.
America didn't need us describing that hilariously.
I think, Godzilla uses those like plasma beams to hit an F-16 into a building.
Sure does.
I think that does happen.
I think he just grabs one out of the sky and goes.
Here comes the airplane.
Here literally comes the airplane, and then just slams it into a. Foliage makes travel destination spots better by, eliminating white people from it. By making white families go missing.
It's a good synopsis. I like that. Yeah. Makes it easier to travel abroad without being bogged down by a sea of whites.
Fucking
Plants
white
are really
people.
they're doing God's work in this movie.
And like not even just like Americans, like whites from other places.
And that
too.
part's fine too, because every single character on these ruins is fucking so stupid they deserve what they get.
They absolutely do. Such a good movie.
I have 2
Oh.
different 2 sentences or less.
All right.
One is, don't go into the basement of a cursed Aztec ruin.
I fucking love it. Yeah.
Because it's just plants fucking with you the whole movie.
They're
fucking with you, and they just... If R.L. Stine had a bigger budget, this is what he would have made.
Yeah, just if you've got not a lot of time, but you want to watch this movie, just watch Don't Go Into the Basement. It's a 20-minute episode.
Yeah.
So good.
And like a mildly abusive parental figure exists in both.
Hey.
And then my other one is, I don't be lying. Don't fuck with the Mayan.
All right, the Maya Angelous.
Yeah,
that's right.
You don't dare. I don't know who that is.
She writes books, I think.
Great.
Maya Angelou.
Sounds like an Italian painter.
I don't think she is. Maya Angelou.
What's the name of the chick that does the vagina flowers? George O'Keeffe. That's what it is. George O'Keeffe, just right there. You're making
Maya Rudolph. That's somebody, isn't it?
I'm sure it is.
Pretty sure she's in like Bridesmaids or something.
Yeah,
like
she's
that.
got a big red nose. Oh, she's the brown girl, isn't she?
I can't say, Jay.
I think she is.
I don't see what you're talking about as a white person, Jay.
Or a dog.
I certainly can't say.
You can't identify color.
I do know that
person.
she was on SNL. Very funny lady.
Yep. Okay, we're thinking of the same person.
Yes.
All right, good. Very funny the way your chin looks like it's trying to escape inward into the rest of her head.
It's one day it'll make it. I don't know. This movie starts pretty dumb.
Well, it throws you right at it. It's just a chick in a hole screaming for help.
Yeah. It's the dead chick they find later in the film.
And
spoiler alert, it took me a second.
So my first note said, I can't even get reception on a country road, let alone in a pyramid hole. She's trying to use her fucking phone. You can't.
Okay.
All right? You go into anybody's basement and you tell me, like anybody's fucking root cellar, and you tell me you can make a call.
Go into any crawl space.
At all.
Like fuck, you got enough elbow room to make a call. So I wrote dirty girl crying in a dark place.
We're watching Silence of the Lambs this week.
All right, so like as soon as I saw this
We should get her some lotion for her skin.
It puts the vines in its skin. Or else nothing, because it just gets at the vines. The vines.
You put the vines on and you get the vines.
It wraps itself in the vines. It shows me its vagina. That seemed like he was into that a lot. Just like looking at him and seeing what his looked like when he
wishing that he had one. Yeah,
just tucking and rolling. So like this intro to the film is like, it's like a lady, dark place. She's looking up at a light, screaming, "Help me!" I was like, all right, so it's the Descent. We're dealing with like little goblin people.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I had lost interest in the film, Jay.
I would almost prefer that to what it is.
No, that I've had enough.
You've had enough of goblin people.
I get it. Goblin people exist, all right?
And mostly underground, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, so I was like,
generally their favorite place to be.
So after she like screams and she looks at her busted BlackBerry.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's the girl from later, because they take her phone and it's like, oh, it's a busted BlackBerry.
It's also how you know that it's over for you, because those things were built like Nokias back then.
Oh yeah.
That shit wouldn't go. You could hit that with a truck and it would still be fine.
So yeah, what did you do to the BlackBerry?
Yeah.
What did you do to make it like that?
Did you hit it with a boulder?
Boulder Dash. It'd be a fun game to play. Just running from a boulder. I feel like that's a real game, right?
Indiana Jones.
Indeed,
Anna Jones. All right?
Yeah.
My next note here says chick from Donnie Darko right in there.
Chick from Donnie Darko right in there.
The one that gets hit by a fucking car and dies.
I don't know.
It's a good movie.
It's a very dark film.
Well, it's got dark right in the title. What are you expecting? Light?
I was expecting a warning, like, hey, you gotta turn your brightness up. Use an LCD screen and not an LED screen.
Well, it's not called Johnny's Sunlight.
I wouldn't fucking watch it if it was. Well, see, that's fun, because my next note just is fucking fly over jungle, the ruins, while you can hear chimps fucking or girls dying.
That's exactly. Why do those two things sound so similar?
No! Sounds so good in the chimp world.
There's something about monkeys it never looks.
There's just something about the way monkeys be fucking these days.
It never seems consensual.
Well, sometimes they lie
like,
there though. They like throw their arms up and they're just like fucking.
Sometimes, but if it's from the back, it's like they just walk up on you and you gotta like sit there and take it, because the alternative would be worse for you.
Have some monkey cookie.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't like the way that felt.
Well, it came out of your damn mouth. My favorite thing to do at an expensive Mexican resort is to play cards next to fat alcoholics drinking at the swim-up bar.
You sure?
Oh, that's what I love.
You know what I love is, as a 22-year-old,
playing gin, like
playing
your 75-year-old grandma.
That's
literally
what I wrote.
The remaining 4 people that she grew up with who are still alive.
Is this a fucking retirement center?
They're gonna break out the yarn and start knitting in about 5 minutes.
Are they visiting somebody who barely knows they're there? That's why they're just playing gin.
Who the fuck? She's playing gin. Okay, so we got 4 characters, technically 5 here. Okay, we got Jeff and Amy.
We got Jeff and Amy. Jeff looks like what did I write? I wrote like we'll come to it, but I'm pretty sure I wrote something like he looks like Tobey Maguire.
He does.
He looks like Tobey Maguire and somebody else.
Tobey Maguire and what the fuck is the guy? I think they were in Brothers together. No, because that's Jake Gyllenhaal, isn't it? The dude from that 70s show.
Oh, Topher Grace.
If they fucked each other and had a kid impossibly, this is how much forehead you'd get.
And like honestly, he could play Spider-Man, and you'd be like, that's
true.
That looks right.
I would believe that. Yeah,
He's
you
a
got to
real
fill out
real Spider-Man character.
Spider-Man's hat or mask, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of headroom in there. You got to fill that out.
Yeah.
So it's good you picked somebody with hydrocephalus.
and it's good you made him well, he's not a med student yet, I don't think, but
he's in school. A spot of contention that almost causes his girlfriend to cheat on him on the beach later on is because she's upset he's going out of state for his medical schooling.
He's going.
Not even gone.
He is on his way to his first day of medical school.
That's right.
If you are not driving right now, jot that down.
Be sure to do that.
Important fact to know in your fucking head.
It's for everyone in this movie. It's a good fact.
22-year-old going on his way to. This is the celebration of, hey, congratulations, you got like your med school's coming up here.
It's beginning for you.
Yeah, your last day of freedom. Welcome to Mexico.
Yeah. Get it in. No wonder he's so excited to do anything but sit at the resort like his fucking buzzkill of a girlfriend.
Oh my God.
All right? And then you got Eric and Stacy. And I combine these names because these are two couples.
Yes.
Two couples in Mexico.
And now I couldn't keep track of these guys for a bit, so I had to look at the IMDb.
Yeah.
And the guy who plays Mathias looked a lot like Eric, so I for a while was just calling Mathias Eric.
Well, one's hair is much curlier than the other.
Not in the picture of IMDb.
All you would have to do is hear one or the other of them speak, and you'd know immediately which one's which.
Oh, I could tell visually different.
Yeah. All right, which one's the Kraut? Fucking.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, they're playing fucking cards, and Jeff's not interested in this fucking card game at all.
Nah, Jeff's like, let's do medical science.
Yeah, and like based on Stacy's behavior later on in the movie, it really seems like everybody here is her handler. Like both of these women suck at being anything but drunk and panicky. But she doesn't. Like, okay, we gotta placate the nightmare blonde that we came with because she's super annoying when her brain's not occupied.
Yeah, she's the only one.
She's a bit of a hypochondriac. She keeps freaking out about the ice, even though we're all still drinking it. Why would you even say anything about the blended drink that's got ice in it if it's not gonna sway you or anyone you're talking to from catching hepatitis? They just don't give a shit.
Well, why would you wait till they're already drinking it?
Also that. Yeah, are you sure you want that drink with the Mexican ice? The Mexican ice where fucking people finger their buttholes and then make ice?
Yeah, also, like, come on. Stop being so fucking rude about it.
You ever had a cold sore?
Like, the people who served it to you are right there.
They don't speak the language.
So, like, they don't really serve it to you that they're in Mexico, you know? I didn't really know where they were until she was like, yeah, the water's contaminated with human feces.
And you just went, Mexico.
Well,
it's Mexico.
I didn't know where they were, but I had an idea. I could infer from the information given that they may be south of the border.
There's a throwaway line that I think when he comes with the picture, he's like, Mexican delight or some shit like that. I don't know, some horribly mildly racist thing.
No, it is racist. What he says is, how about a little, how about a little Mexican hair of the dog?
Yeah, what's the difference?
Well, first of all,
it's a Chihuahua.
Nah, Mexican hair of the dog implies that there's different hair.
Exactly.
What he should have said was, how about a hair of the Mexican dog?
Yeah.
Because it's just a dog from Mexico at that point.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Because, what's so wrong with the Mexican version of this? Yeah, of drinking in the morning?
Oh, just because it's a fucking margarita pitcher? Is just Mexican all of a sudden?
Yeah, it is. It's only them that drink this.
Yeah, and it just seems dirty the way you said it. So you're racist.
This dumb bitch can't keep track of... You know how people say you couldn't keep track of your head if it wasn't attached? Well, she can't keep track of her earrings, and they are. All she's doing is laying in a chair, and she loses an earring.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she was just rocking out to some, like, I don't know, Van Halen earlier.
Yeah.
It's like really.
She's listening to old school Metallica. She's just hit the lights.
What else would you bang your head to that hard that your earring would fly out and into a German man's pocket?
Oh yeah, like 30 feet, like across the pool at the resort, and he. This is weird for me because this is how you're introduced to Mathias. Okay,
Mathias. That's how we're pronouncing it. All right.
And then later on, she's drunk and calls him Mateo, and I'd be like upset about that personally. It's like it's one name, just get it right. Everybody else's name here is like Chris and Jack.
Where I come from, this is like being called Mark.
Yeah,
In fact,
it's Matthew basically.
It's the German version, and I don't like it.
So imagine I just call you fucking Michael one day, like it's cool. Fucking this the way that they present him is he's like eyeing them up from across the pool at the bar, unbeknownst to them, and then he comes over and goes, "I found this. Is it yours?" How would you have the information as to whose fucking earring it was? So anytime, because I've seen Hostel 50 times, anytime a foreign person comes up to you is like, "Hey, I found something of yours that I don't know, is it?" And then, "Oh, by the way, I'm going out into the brush because I know this Greek dude that has a fucking map."
I'm glad we're all
Hey
on the same
man,
page here.
like you're not coming back alive. That's rule number 1, dude. It doesn't matter that he's not the same type of foreign as the country that you're at. What matters is that he's got a home to go to that's not here. It doesn't matter what he does here.
Yeah.
He'll be leaving.
Yeah.
With parts of you in a case, probably.
It's kind of a legal loophole. What happens in Mexico has to be found by real cops. And not fake ones that just take your money.
What happens in Mexico stays in a shallow grave in the desert of Mexico.
What happens in Mexico is pretty easy to cover up.
Fuck. And then the other alternative is that he's just done with your jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
He's German. They're freaks. It's like, here's your earring. It's a bit moist.
God,
It's a bit warm and wet now.
We are so on the same page. I wrote so many notes. You basically, yeah. I was just like, so he either overheard them being like, my earring, and already had it like a pervert.
Yeah.
Or he went and like found it so that he could talk to them and lure them into a sex dungeon.
Exactly.
Or a sex trap.
Oh, this earring? I'll just hold on to this and wait for a young girl to scream about missing it.
This earring, it smells like the inside of your lobe. And yeah, and he's like, I'm from Munich, and I was like, oh, already, you're just a fucking freak. You probably have you probably have your dick tucked around up in your butt or some shit.
It's like, well, I'm kind of pissed because my brother went off with this archaeologist chick, and I haven't seen him since last night. So I can't be the only one around here not getting laid, right, guys? I got a hotel room. Let's take you out into the jungle with pyramids.
Oh yeah, and like the way they set it up too, he's like, so you're just here alone, and he's like, I'm here with my brother, but I don't know where he is.
Yeah.
He's not here though. He'll be back. He's coming. He's bringing candy.
But I can prove that I'm friendly because I also made friends with these 2 Greek dudes who all they do is get drunk and fall asleep on the beach. I don't think that's that bad, but they're presented as if they're like secret killers.
Are those the Greek dudes?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I thought they were just dudes on the beach.
Well, that's why he slipped a map under his head.
No. Well, maybe. So what I thought was, first of all, they're like, oh, hey, we'll get to that, because like these Greek dudes are just like, we'll party on the fucking beach, right?
Yeah, let's go
tonight. Party on the beach. Cut to
night. Yeah. No party.
5
people on the beach alone and nobody else. All right, sweet. Amy is just fucking lit already.
Oh,
fucking wasted.
Amy, all right, Amy's fucked. Amy's just liquored right up, and she's all fucked up this whole movie until she puts her glasses on, and then immediately she's a
on the
nerd.
topic of glasses, okay?
Magic glasses.
You may notice when she realizes that she lost her earring, right? She's wearing sunglasses. They cut away so that Jeff could be like, check under your towel, and when they cut back, they're no longer sunglasses. They're bifocals.
Well,
so between cuts, she just fucking, and they weren't even the ones, they're different shapes, so it's not like she just flipped the lenses up and then suddenly I can see.
Maybe she had those like old people sunglasses on that like go over top
they go
of your
over
action.
Top, yeah.
And she just like took them off and threw them.
Well, given how much of a fucking buzzkill she is, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. She's probably got those chains that go around your ears like a librarian.
She's literally the worst person.
Oh my God. She's the worst person to take on vacation somewhere exotic.
Oh,
because she's I'll stay in the hotel room and watch TV. It's like going to Japan and only eating McDonald's.
Until she drinks too much at the beach and
well, tries to fuck anything that's a little rough around the edges looking.
She definitely tries to get fucked. That's for sure.
Oh my God.
So they're like, I don't know, it's just like a beach. And they're telling, I don't understand this game that they're playing. It's a stupid game. where they just like are making up a story.
Yeah, but you can only do one part of the storyline at a time.
Yeah, and so they're just like saying things about pubic hair, and the German guy's like, I don't get it. I don't understand what you mean.
We're all clean shaven by law.
Germany is a very smooth country. We have very aerodynamic people when it comes to fucking.
We don't like anything you can hide in. We had a couple bad experiences in the past about that.
Nothing escapes the eye of Germany.
The eye of Germany. Fuck.
Yeah, so I don't know, people show up and then they're just like, here's some alcohol. You're clearly the drunkest one, so put that right to your mouth.
Yeah, let's give you the hard stuff. Just keep this train going.
Yeah. Well, let's first of all give you the hard stuff, but also let you handle the bottle.
Yeah.
So of course you chug as much as you can.
Well, it doesn't matter at that point.
At this point, you're just stealing my alcohol.
Jeff's like, I'm kind of sick and tired of this, so I'm gonna call it a night. Fuck Jeff for leaving his drunk girlfriend on the beach with strangers.
Yep.
All right, dude.
Yep.
Even I don't care if my two friends are right there. Okay, they're preoccupied because they make fucking head bets later.
They sure do.
Between each other. Why would you? Okay. So the whole situation is because Jeff has gone to bed now, Amy has just turned into a slut. Because the second that I take my eyes off of you, I guess you'll just put anything in anything.
Oh, yeah, she goes like he's
beelines for the one singular man.
He walks away and she's like, "Oh, my boyfriend's a rock star." And I don't believe that she said that. I feel like they made her voice that over.
Oh yeah, probably.
And then yeah, she turns around and like goes right for the German and and she's like, "Show me a German dance." And he's like, "Oh, you mean a waltz?"
Yeah. No.
A goose step. That's my favorite German dance.
You have two options with Germany. It's waltzing and goose stepping.
You either join our waltz party or we goose step to find you.
So like their way of protecting their friend is to go, all right, well, if she kisses him, you blow me.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't, I'll blow you.
She's not gonna kiss him.
But they don't say that. They say probably the worst way to describe head in a relationship between two people, which is oral sex. Yeah, you got a gynecologist appointment tomorrow?
First of all, Jay.
Holy fuck.
Maybe you didn't catch this.
That was the most like sterile, unromantic way to describe that.
Maybe you didn't catch this, Jay. This is a DreamWorks film.
Well, they don't shy away from like saying the fuck word a bunch.
Do they? Because
they say it a bunch.
I'm trying to remember a time where they did.
When she thinks she catches the two of them outside the tent.
All right, she does say fucking, and they do
a couple times.
A child does get his head blown off in this film.
That also happens.
But don't you dare say dome.
Don't
you say it.
Don't you fucking in the script? It's just sloppy toppy.
For the fucking, don't you gag on a cock in this fucking movie. We'll show a fucking hand job, but there's no.
Oh, we'll show a hand job.
We won't say cock gagging.
There's no fucking two ways about that being a hand job. That's what it was.
Thanks, Jay.
Holy fuck.
I was trying to figure it out, and I'm just glad they gave each other. Well, she gave him a hand job.
Yeah.
Well,
in the most like stressful and upsetting time to get a hand job. How are you even getting hard?
Oh yeah, I'd be like, come on, babe, not right now. The
like, all
vines,
right.
The vines are coming.
I guess if you want, but it's gonna be soft serve.
I can hear the flowers jiggling. I simply
the
can't. The
flowers want to show.
It's raw. Just leave it alone.
It's raw from your dry mouth this morning.
The flowers can smell how raw it is.
Oh my god.
The vines are seeping toward. And then just fucking Amy just over their shoulder being like, "What are you guys doing?"
She's just in there.
Like, am I gonna participate in this, or am I just gonna hear about it?
Jeff is preoccupied pretending to be a doctor.
In his own tent.
Yeah. So the whole thing is, okay, well, she's a little bit of a nightmare to be around right now because, yeah, Jeff's going out of state for medical school. And the last time I checked, cheating on your boyfriend right before he leaves the city you live in is like the best way to preserve a long distance relationship.
Mm-hmm,
Usually that makes it, you bond together through that experience.
You're certainly
and then he goes to med school with like hot nurses around and he just thinks real hard.
Oh yeah, obviously his girlfriend proves to be a trustworthy person by becoming, well, a whore.
Just the second I turn my back.
Yeah.
You're on yours.
And so yeah, she's like, show me a German dance, and he's like, oh, you mean a waltz? It's not a fucking waltz they're doing.
No,
they're doing in the club grinding. they're doing. She's trying to make a fucking baby right there on the beach.
A baltz, more like
a beach baby.
Yeah, Sandy is the name.
Sandy is the texture.
Cut to next morning where Stacy is trying to default on her bet that she lost because they're under a time constraint.
Man, nothing says a DreamWorks film like pressuring somebody into dome.
Yeah, my favorite part about oral is the browbeating beforehand.
My favorite part about getting my dick sucked is threatening to crush your hands over and over again.
You know, like they do in Mexico when you.
Yeah.
When you go back on your word, you know how they do that in Mexico to everybody who says just kidding. You just lose your fucking hands. That
is literally, he's like, yeah, you know what they do down here? Yeah, they crush your fucking hands when you go back on a bet. Now suck this dick. Is essentially how this conversation goes.
Stacy's like, you know what? You're right. I am in the mood now after that threat.
Oh my god.
It'll make sense. It'll make a lot of sense. There's a comment that I make later on that just remember this. Remember that interaction between the two of them.
Jesus.
And then, yeah, he shows up to the hotel room with a fucking big smile on his face like a lapdog, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
no guy ever is that bumbling and stupid.
Did you just get... You smell like you just got your dick sucked. It smells like a lot of saliva and cum. Smells like spit, but also like a little bit like fresh air and bleach.
Oh my god, why bleach?
Oh, it doesn't. It's just kind of.
Oh, because of the ice.
Yeah, cut to the morning, and it's Dr. Jeff here out for his morning
run along the beach for 5 miles.
Yeah, and
he passes by 2 people who are passed out drunk.
Some future doctor
who may be in distress.
Just fucking, crazy beach.
These kids.
Yeah. So
boys will be boys, you know?
Let's go meet. I wrote, he doesn't even take a knee of concern.
No, he bends over to, like, look at them real hard. He doesn't check for breathing or a pulse or anything.
So let's go meet up with the German guy and Dimitri, who are... I thought they were planning the route, but no. Dimitri was drawing the map by hand.
Yes.
This map?
Yeah.
Did you pause to take a good look at the map?
Yeah, it's a Da Vinci Code.
It's a fucking line to a drawing of a mountain.
That map looks like what's on the fucking One True Ring.
It looks exactly like Middle Earth.
Holy shit. And it's just, okay, we know where we're going because I drew a line with an X and a circle twice.
Perfect.
I did it over again just to make sure it was clear.
I circled it just so you know it wasn't pirate treasure.
Well, it could very well be.
It looks exactly like. It looks like he just ripped a page out of an encyclopedia.
All right, we're going to this
1980.
off the fucking beaten path Aztec. There's 15 pyramids within a fucking 5-minute walk from here. But now we're going to go to the one in the depths of the jungle where only one person knows where it is.
Yeah.
That bodes well, you fucks.
Yeah.
They all look the goddamn same. The only difference is whether or not there's a gift shop at the bottom.
Let's go help this strange European man in a foreign country.
Yeah, who we just met. And also, I, Mathias, just met them because they're from Greece, and I don't know if you can tell by my accent, but I'm very not.
Just so you are aware, we are from different places.
They don't even speak a lick of English.
So yeah, let's hope this stranger in a foreign country from a foreign country, we'll go help him find his brother. Because he was kind enough to ask us first before going to anybody with authority. Pretty neat.
For this missing person in Mexico, in the Mexican jungle?
Let's go look for his dead brother, likely, in the jungle.
Let's go look for his brother's corpse.
With somebody who fucking isn't from here.
No.
And somebody else who isn't from here.
Yeah, this is a good expedition.
Show me that map real quick. Good, looks like a Tolkien map. Perfect.
Good. It looks like the fucking language that Bam Margera invented.
So yeah, let's just. Oh, that's rude. We'll follow them into the jungle. That seems pretty reasonable, and we'll treat it like it's a fun thing to do on a vacation.
Also, we're gonna slow roll the fact that it's a 15-kilometer walk until you already are there and don't have the shoes for that.
Oh boy.
That's cool. For Amy's fucking hungover as shit, and Jeff's like, I don't care.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you coming? Because I don't care.
Yeah. Come on, hurry up. Fucking Eric's getting his cock sucked in the next room.
I just took a sick shower while you were throwing up 2 feet from my feet.
Here, let me get you a glass of tap water.
A glass of Mexican tap water from the bathroom sink. Good. It's probably repurposed water from the toilet.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like a porta-john. There should be a sign that's like, don't drink this.
It's probably from the pool. Pool water.
Why is it blue? Oh, they have that ink dye thing in it.
So yeah, Jeff guilts Amy into going.
Yeah.
She's obviously hungover.
Let me tell you a couple things.
Absolutely.
All right? We go to Mexico for a resort, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
just did this, okay? I just spent a week at an Airbnb in Algonquin.
Oh boy.
And one of the things that I brought for sure were comfortable hiking shoes.
Oh, for sure.
Because I, without confirmation, assumed that because we were in a mountainous area, there might be some hiking.
Oh, so you planned ahead for a just-in-case-sies?
You know what? That you're goddamn right I did.
Oh.
Because as it turns out, spending a week in a resort can be boring for lots of people. Lots of people who don't have an alcohol dependency. So, inevitably, you're going to want to get off the fucking... This is the last taste of freedom I have before I have to bury my nose in books for 6 years and $300,000. So maybe, yeah, I want to see a pyramid.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you anticipate that, Amy? Did we not have a singular conversation about what we plan to do? We plan to play cards against fucking on a lawn chair for a week and a half. Sick.
You're at a resort. They have things to do too. Like
there's probably guided tours of other
Exactly.
pyramids, safe ones that don't have poisonous plants that eat you.
you're still gonna want decent shoes for that.
You would.
You're not gonna walk around in sandals in the jungle, Amy.
Honestly, I would want
Amy.
decent shoes for the Mexican roads.
Amy.
You know how the roads are dirt?
Yeah, Amy. You know how they were like, hey, we're going to a fucking pyramid?
Probably don't get fucking blasted drunk the night before.
Yeah, maybe don't drink so much fucking random bottle liquids. Maybe don't take bottles from people and just chug them, you slut.
You fucking slut.
You fucking dirty, cheating slut.
And to be quite honest, nothing wrong with I'm hungover and I don't have the shoes for hiking, so I'm gonna stay back at the resort.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay, that sounds appropriate.
Yeah, because I don't want to be dragging you around while you're barfing. I don't want to stop
Yeah.
the car every 10 minutes for you to throw up.
We're essentially leaving breadcrumbs for leopards. Your vomit just on the path while we're walking.
They can smell that.
Fucking any big cat in that jungle's like, I'd like some.
Eggs Benedict.
I'll have what she's having.
Smells like tap water. I'm not going to have that. I'll avoid that one.
Even the panthers know not to drink the water. Like,
Jeez.
nah, it's good. I'll lick a leaf.
Yeah, I'll just eat something wet. That's good enough.
Fucking. So they're in this shithead jungle, trusting.
Oh, before we get to that shithead jungle,
Yeah.
we got to talk about the shithead taxi.
The shit. Do you mean the pickup truck that was painted yellow and then he also painted the words taxi on it even though he barely speaks English? He speaks just enough English to be the last person that I see in that location in Mexico because I go back to the resort. Because when they fucking flash the map at him, he goes, no, this place no good.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, it's not even your language and you know enough to say that to me? I'll take your word for it.
That place no good?
Yep.
All right, man. That's
I'll
all.
go back to where it's good for me.
Take me home.
I'll pay you however much money it takes to get back to the good parts.
I'll tell you what. You fucking. I'm with a guy who's bringing me a stranger I just met, a European stranger in a foreign country.
Oh my.
And he's bringing me to a place I don't know, and I'm like, hey man, look at the map, and the local is like, that's not a good place to be. I'm gonna turn to the European guy. I'm gonna go, whoa, what's this about? Why is it not good?
What lead have you buried, sir?
Yeah. What's the plan here,
You
sir?
know something I don't about these ruins?
Is there, or is there just men there?
You know what the thing about ruins is? You missed the good part. That's why they're called that.
Yeah,
It's been ruined.
it's been ruined by people.
I don't want to go. I want to go to the intacts.
Yeah.
Can we go to the put-togethers?
I want to go to the things.
The still goods?
I want to go to the non-crumbled.
The uncrumbled. Fucking yeah. So fuck that taxi. And then also like here, Then they drove the Jeep. Also, his brother drove the fucking Jeep to the edge of the woods and then stopped it there.
Sure did.
And that Jeep is dusty. They have not been back to it.
Oh boy, yeah.
That Jeep's got fucking webs.
Jungle spiders, I'm going to guess they work fast. They've got a lot of business to go.
On the fucking topic of jungle spiders, okay, that's my whole thing, is that you'd never find me in this situation that happens to them throughout the course of this film. Because 15 kilometers through the jungle, you know how many spiders could bite you in that time?
Mm?
Dude, I'd step 2 feet into that jungle and I feel a little tickle. I'm like, yep, wrap it up. We're done?
Tuck in socks.
We're done? You know what? You know what pyramids don't have? Fucking spiders that are so poisonous you get paralyzed in 5 seconds? Egypt. Let's go there.
I don't know, man. I feel like
I'd rather have a dry mouth.
what aren't camel spiders a thing?
Yeah, but they're not. I don't think they bite.
They're horrible to see.
That's true.
I don't like to look at them.
I don't think they're called camel spiders because of their location.
Did I do a racism?
I think it's their size. It might be the fact that they can store water. They're not small.
Oh no! Oh, not only was that probably racist, but oh no,
Yeah.
I don't like that. That's a big spider.
Yeah, it is, dude. They're not small. So we get to a river, right? And there's 2 little kids, 2 horrifyingly quiet little kids, just standing and staring.
Yep.
And then Mathias uncovers a path and one of them runs away. Hey, maybe I don't want to go down that path.
First of all,
the path was fucking covered, guys, by leaves deliberately.
Absolutely,
He didn't rip plants out of the ground. He fucking lifted palm fronds up and went, oh, a dirt path.
Yeah.
Who put those there and why?
What I really appreciated right here was everybody was like, seems pretty fucking funny you just found that there. Huh.
Well, everybody going, why was it covered, though?
Yeah, why
Oh,
was
well.
Yeah, let's just fucking go, eh?
So they play the innocent angle, and they're like, okay, well, it's an archaeologist, so maybe they're just trying to safeguard the site and keep people from getting on it? Yeah, all right. Did they also, bring guns? Because whoever covered that path, I don't like what's going to be at the end of it. Because they covered it.
Yeah.
They don't want me there.
They're doing everybody a service.
I don't want to be anywhere that somebody doesn't want me to be when I'm in Mexico.
When this guy says that this is off the beaten path, what he means is
no path.
The path has been beaten. Don't.
The path has had the shit beaten out of it.
Yeah.
And we're still going off of it.
They tried their best to make it not look like a path.
Fuck.
Again, I'd be like, wait a minute. Even the cab driver was like, nah, until we gave him money.
You know what another term for an ancient ruin is? Well, a temple. And I'm not trying to have my face melted off by opening a chest.
Yeah.
All right?
That could that's just
they're there for
fucking
treasure that's been there for millennia. Yeah, dude, that fucking you ever see the mummy? It's probably salt trapped.
Oh, yeah.
You get salt acid in your eyes.
That's like the number one thing that's a detriment to all pyramids is booby traps.
The booby traps, yeah.
Just fucking, and you never know what they're gonna come up with because they've had a lot of time to sit around and think because they were Mayans, right?
There's so many hours in the day when you don't have a job.
You
know how many weird machines I would have made by now if I didn't work?
When your job is to kill monkey,
they're
monkey.
spry. It's not their favorite thing to be killed. You really got to work at that.
Well, yeah, they don't seem to do well with a spear and the bow and arrows and whatnot, or just the gun.
So my first thought immediately when I see a horrifying scout girl is like, oh, okay, I'm being headhunted. I'm being headhunted by tribesmen because we're not on a beaten path. People aren't out here. The people who are out here live here.
Yeah. I would turn to the European, but excuse me. Again, I have questions about where you're bringing me. Are these your children?
What? Explain the difference in skin color, please, sir.
And then immediately the guy's like, well, maybe they're Mayans. What are they, ghosts? What do you think they're ghost? Because I kind of was like, oh, they're ghost children. It's because I'm still on they're gonna be like chuds.
This would be a phenomenally worse movie if they were ghost children because it was broad fucking daylight.
Yeah,
one of my least favorite things is ghosts during the day.
Hey,
I'll take demons, that's fine. because it's a physical embodiment. But ghosts during the day, that's not scary. That's a light breeze.
You think ghosts...
a ghost walking through me on a summer's eve? I'm like, yeah, that's better.
Well, look, in Mexico, you're probably fine. But in Japan, that would terrify everybody. That would be the scariest thing. A ghost?
They should pass a law that, like, young girls aren't allowed to have hair longer than their shoulders in Japan. The second I see super long hair on a young girl, I'm like, that's a ghost of grief. That's a ghost of grief and unfinished business, like Casper.
Unfinished business.
Yeah. She died halfway through the haircut.
Before I die, I'm going to fill out a lot of paperwork halfway. You're
all
all
gonna
fucked.
keep you around in the afterlife, man. My 401k!
I didn't quite fill out those adoption papers.
Fuck.
The child was never mine.
First thing I noticed upon finding the temple, first of all, no archaeologists. Okay. Also, no noise. You know what?
I think we've
You know what the jungle's favorite thing to do is?
Well, certainly is quiet time.
No.
Silent reading hour.
The opposite. Be loud 24/7.
Squawk is as loud as possible.
Oh yeah, like 100 things at once doing that.
Just a constant squawking from everything.
Any movie on Earth, any person will tell you, if you're that deep in the thick and it's quiet, you're fucked. Like, you're done.
Yeah.
You're being hunted.
Just like in
Minimum.
Chernobyl.
Just like that.
I didn't really put together the absolute silence until later.
Dead quiet.
When they were like, oh yeah, birds don't even land here. They've learned. Birds are just chilling around to let the vines get them.
How does it feel to know that as a collective, this 5 brains at once are stupider than one bird?
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, shit.
That's bad. I've seen birds fly into windows.
So here's a big fucking mistake, all right? You tell me, I'll describe to you a list of events, and you tell me the common denominator.
All right.
They're walking up to the temple, right? It's sand at the moment. Sand and salt, as we learn. Then a guy comes out of the woods, pissed. And he's yelling. And he can't speak English, and you can't speak Mayan. Okay, then another guy comes out with a horse and a bow and arrow. And he points it at you, and he just keeps yelling. Every time they get closer to the temple, the yelling gets louder. What would common sense tell you about that?
Trample all of the vegetation. Really roll around in that shit.
Because it's like, best case scenario, this is a sacred site for them and they don't want you touching it. Sort of like how when you go to the temples in like South America, like I think it's Brazil, I could be wrong, Argentina or some shit like that. If you climb them, everybody starts throwing shit at you. You come down and you get arrested by the local police because don't climb the temple. That's common sense when it comes to temples.
Fair enough.
If somebody is actively screaming at you every time you step foot on it like Qbert, get off. Get off the shit.
Get off it.
And this dumb bitch, because she brings who brings a single lens reflex camera into the jungle for it to get all wet?
Amy, with her glasses like a fucking nerd. She, at the beginning of the movie, she's a real slut, and then she puts her...
She turns into Velma.
She puts her glasses on, and there's like a musical sting.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
No, it matters that she has her glasses. She's got to get those on in order for anything to work.
For a second, like, what is she gonna see? She's gonna see something that nobody else can, because now she can see.
Yeah.
But no.
You want it to be like she puts the glasses on, it's like somebody hits the Bane button on her back.
Yeah.
And she just fucking turns into a fucking juggernaut or something. Don't let me get my fucking glasses on.
You wouldn't like me when I can see 2020. Ah!
So it takes 2 seconds for me and this group of people to see someone standing in the plants and the person and the guy bring out a gun to go, don't stand in the plants, anyone else. And honestly, you just work backwards from there.
Yep.
If you got to leave Amy, well, she shouldn't have come in the first place.
She wasn't that great.
No, she doesn't have a lick of... You're being accosted by foreign people with guns and weapons. And, let me snap a couple shots.
So what I assume...
Let me use this black magic to them, probably.
Exactly! I was like, oh, so like they think it's capturing their souls.
Okay, so they want the witch in the temple.
Is that not the thing? They're like, oh, my soul is captured by a camera. There's
shit.
So I was like, oh, fuck, that's what they think. And Yeah, black magic. And so like he goes to get him the camera. Dimitri's like, well, obviously they want this camera.
Just look, it's a camera, bro. See how it has mechanisms you couldn't possibly understand because you know how to build a fulcrum?
Guys, quiet down. Stop screaming at me as I trample this plant to get the camera. What's the big deal?
Why?
Let me just walk towards you as you scream and point louder at me.
Yeah, like point at my feet where I touched the plants.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And then people are just like surprised when he's murdered.
He's murdered real good.
And like it's probably a legal murder because not only is it Mexico, but I feel like, you know.
Dude, it happened in the jungle. There's no laws in there.
That's true.
There's one law, and it's like no matter how moist it is in the air, you're still thirsty. That's the one law of the jungle.
Well, there's two. There's two. Because if there's a bug on your bro's back, swat it off.
That's a great one. That's a fantastic one.
Yeah, I'll always be swatting.
Hit it with a hammer. Always be swatting.
Always be swatting. So yeah, it's just like so they just throw a couple arrows in Dimitri and blow his fucking head clean out the back of his skull.
They take his nose and they put it out behind him.
And that was my favorite part of the movie. Best 10 out of 10. Actually, you know what? Not even 10 out of 10 because there's a better part in the film.
Yeah.
But like, I laughed.
There are some good parts in the film.
I fucking laughed.
If you take it as what it is and you don't have any expectations for it, it's a pretty enjoyable film. It's because you get to watch a bunch of fucking retards die. That's the movie.
And like they're not actually, you know.
No, they're not.
But
not
they
literally.
are. They are, but they aren't.
They have the same mental capacity as somebody who really likes peanut butter sandwiches.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who like peanut butter sandwiches. They're so
man,
good.
there's so many people like that.
So good for such a good sandwich to have.
So they get chased up the fucking temple, and like Jeff immediately goes, "I'm the leader. I'm the one making the decisions. I've decided.
I go to med school
tomorrow.
It's me. I'm the doctor in charge."
Yeah, that's really good for like survivalism, is being able to give CPR to somebody.
Actually, I mean, it's not a bad skill to have.
Yeah, if someone's dying. That's not happening right now.
You know what?
Why does it become a dictatorship when Jeff's around and there's a mild issue?
The one time somebody's airway is being blocked, he doesn't even try CPR.
No, he just looks at it. He just looks at it and lets it happen.
He literally goes, "Oh, he's dead now."
Oh, fuck, I don't want to touch that.
Fuck. Well. Pull the blanket over that.
Fucking. Stacy immediately becomes a psychological liability the second she gets up there, because the rest of the movie she's on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Like, I could have predicted her slow decline into insanity from the way that she responds to being chased up a flight of stairs.
Yeah, she's acting like she's never had to turn a light off and go upstairs before. That's like a thing every day for everybody.
Yeah, you don't want to get got. Fuck.
And it's coming. Whatever's down there, it will get your feet.
Love that. I love that fucking... I wrote Heinrich gets planted. Oh, yeah, because they get up to the fucking... And Mathias finds his brother in the plants, and he's fucked.
Yeah.
He's fucking dead.
Yeah, they takes a fucking look around, and then he notices the plants are moving on their own.
Yep.
Why is nobody concerned?
Probably bring that up. I have never seen a plant grow 10 feet in a minute.
I've never seen a plant...
And then ungrow.
And then jiggle. With no breeze.
Jiggle wiggle around. Yeah, it's dry as a bone in Mexico today.
So yeah, I think he just like, there's just like a fucking arrow sticking out of just
his
like
chest. A pile, like a bush.
Yeah, it's like obviously there's a corpse under this bush
yeah.
too. Like,
yeah.
Why wasn't this the first thing we saw?
Fuck.
And it's his brother, and you know what? He's pretty dang upset about it.
He is. Doesn't want to be touched.
Yeah, no, and then we hear...
I want to say also to Matthias' credit, when Amy started biting his fucking ear, he was like, "Come get your bitch," like right away.
Well, for the first, like, when she like grabs the back of his head and goes in for it, he's like, "Hey, your boyfriend's pretty great."
Yeah, he tried. He really did try to say no without like making her irreparably upset.
He is not the problem here.
No.
Amy is.
Amy, and the fact that she'll just sling that puss just wherever.
And all it takes is her boyfriend going to medical school to be a doctor, where he makes $1,000 for every
time he blinks in a clinic.
Yeah,
and give her the life that she wants for the rest of it.
All the pills are just free, and she's not You're risking that?
All the pills are just free. Dude, you got an inside track. You don't got to go to the fucking 3rd and Pike for fentanyl. You could just ask nicely.
You're the doctor's wife. You stroll into the hospital and you just start opening cabinets till you find pills.
It's fine. You all know who I am.
I'm getting these for Dr. Jeff. You may know him as the 22-year-old who just started here.
Yeah.
I need these. Give me the keys to the cabinet.
His diploma is legitimate, I promise.
I owe people a lot of money.
Oh my god. Amy, the party eliminator, complaining about a flight as if they can't rebook it. This whole thing, okay? They just got chased at gunpoint up a temple. Mm-hmm. They found dead people. They watched somebody get shot and killed in the face.
Oh my god.
And Amy goes, well, our flight's tomorrow.
We gotta go.
Shut up. There's 50 more concerns to have.
Dimitri made his choice.
Everything else around you right now can't be fixed with 2 phone calls and a credit card.
Well, if you're Amy's parents, clearly they'll get anything done. I don't know who she is, but who they are. I don't. Rich,
they don't even
by the way she
talk
acts.
about who anybody else is or what they do as far as their backstory. No, Jeff is a doctor because it comes in handy when he commits malpractice later.
He sure does.
Holy fuck.
Boy, does he.
For somebody who's going to medical school to be a doctor, he sure is the last person who should be doing anything medical in this whole group.
Jeff's going to medical school the same way like I think Jeffrey Dahmer would have went to medical school if he
His priorities are elsewhere.
Yeah.
His priorities are mostly in the meat.
Yeah, I can get it up in these guts legally.
I might as well, graduate while I'm here.
Yeah. I'll get paid to fucking cut people open and come in my little uniform. I'll come in my scrubs. Make a little cummy. Knuckle deep.
Ew! He does get that later.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I think Stacy she goes right up to her wrist almost.
Oh, my fucking God. Jeff is pretty collected, given having just been forced at gunpoint to the top of a shitty ruin. Yeah, stick to the tour. Just get the tour next time. You know what? Ask that taxi driver for a tour. Give him like an extra couple fucking dinero.
Maybe ask why.
Yeah, why no good, sir?
Yeah.
Just say that. He'll get it.
Yeah.
No good. Death plants. Dying.
Well, let me tell you right now, if you go up there, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to kill you. And if they don't kill you, let me tell you about these plants. Now,
it's really funny to picture him like the second you ask why getting into like perfect English like that. Well, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I've got a diagram right here that'll show you this plant that you've never heard of.
Now, if you're going to look on the x-axis real quickly, you'll notice that this general area of the landscape has been marked as death, as you'll die here.
And any map will clearly indicate, fucking don't.
See this big no right here? This big do not circle with a line through it?
What I really enjoyed...
it doesn't mean it's just boars there.
I enjoyed the racist voiceover they gave him. The taxi driver. Did you catch it?
What part?
Well, first, so it starts with like, hey, take us here, and he's like, no good.
Yeah.
And then we get a shot of the back of his head, and he's like, I'll take you there.
Yeah, I'll take you there. I'll take you there.
I mean, it doesn't sound like that, but he's like, yeah, oh God, what does he say? He says like, yeah, pyramids muy grande, I'll take you.
Pyramids muy grande.
And then he says it again when he gives him money.
Yep.
Like you couldn't even just be like, no.
Later on, there's a really fun copy paste.
Perfect. I'm excited.
I'll point it right out to you once we get to it. So they're up there trying to figure it out, and then they hear a cell phone ring-a-ding-dinging from deep inside a hole in the ruin. Guess what? The ruin has that phone. I don't care.
Yeah, if I can't look down the hole and see the phone, like I'm not even gonna bother.
Here's the other thing too, okay? When they get there, they're worried about reception, and then Mathias is like, "I have a world phone." Hey man, what the fuck is that?
Oh,
what's a world phone?
A satellite phone is probably what he meant to say.
Well, he probably should have said the right word then, because I'm pretty sure every phone is a world phone.
He should have also pulled out a satellite phone and not just a cell phone.
And additionally to that,
literally a BlackBerry.
Yeah, and then he checks the reception. He's got reception. What he shouldn't have done on top of that is give it to a man who doesn't speak English to look. He just goes, yeah, my brother was here, right? Can you see? I'm pretty sure you don't have to put it in his hand for him to look at the fucking picture. Oh, my only way of contacting the outside world in the middle of nowhere where we are? Here, you can just have that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Take that away because you're going to know how to pay that bill. You're gonna
rack it up. He's gonna find out how to order porn on it. And then you get back from Mexico and it's like, why do I owe them $1,000 from LatinLovers.com?
Why?
.br.
Of course they would go to the Latin one. They're
LatinLovers.br.
Why do I have 1,000 subscriptions to just butt.com?
Just why are all these soapy bottoms around me?
When I was in high school,
oh god,
one time I was in the library.
Yeah.
During lunchtime, because you could do that. You could just go on the computer.
Yep.
And I was sat down.
Times were different, you know.
Yeah.
People were less worried about guns in there.
You're fucking right. I looked. I forget if I was sat down next to him, if I was just there in the library, and I noticed that an individual of a special education was there, and he was Googling women washing their hair.
It's very niche.
Very niche, and he
you like a clean scalp, buddy.
Likes a clean scalp and just a public coming. Because he was touching his dick. He had his hand right down there.
Did you? I didn't
see
an adult.
Well, I told everybody but an adult. I had a crowd of people, and we were like, "Hey, man, you should stop doing that."
Oh fuck!
Like we said it to him, and you know what he did? He didn't even fucking flinch.
Oh.
I think
they have that laser focus.
I think he started furthering his search. I think he was refining his search results to to like underwaterfall.
Specific. Wow.
It was something though. It was like
natural.
This is like what you do on the family computer though, right?
Yeah. Wow. Don't even do it on the family computer.
So it's like his auto. He's just like his auto go. Like he just sits down at a computer. Well, women washing their hair is what makes my dick hard, and that's that's on the docket. That's on the docket every day.
So matter of fact. Well, I mean, I guess I might as well.
I need to get my dick hard. That's just what feels good, obviously. And well, I got a 40-minute free period here at lunch. Get that project complete.
Yeah. Oh, I have deadlines.
Sitting down here to work on my P's and Q's, but first...
Mostly the P's.
You're really going to wring that P out today, I think. I'm going to get that one done. Anyway.
So they want that cell phone so bad. For fuck's sake.
And they're not willing to negotiate by shouting very basic Spanish at anybody who looks different. That's all they do is like, Jeff, say basic Spanish to the children.
Yeah, speak any Spanish words you know.
Muy grande. Taco nacho.
Taco nacho, yeah.
I don't know.
Eric's like, as long as we can get back for taco night, I'm down for this hike.
Oh, Christ.
We need Stacy, this fucking...
need that cell phone so bad.
Stacy, this free use whore that you're dating, who'll just fucking... All it takes is a couple of pleases and she'll do just about anything anywhere. Everywhere you go is taco night with Stacy.
It's fucking every night's a fiesta. When you're in Stacy's mouth.
Nice. Fuck yeah. Let alone her mom.
Oh, Christ.
So let's lower Mathias down the fucking phone hole.
Yeah.
You know what's a good idea to do when you're lowering somebody down via a rope and pulley into a hole? Check it. This ruin is older than time. You think the rope's gonna be okay? Nah, it'll be fine. We won't even look for frays. I have to fucking inspect my harness by ministry standard every time I put it on. And if there's a little fray, I throw it out. You know why? Because I'll end up like fucking Mathias otherwise.
Oh my God, Mathias.
At the bottom of a hole. Now, a couple things about lowering him into this hole. People waited way too long to point out the fact that the rope was actively breaking. Waited way too fucking long. How would you have not seen that fray going up the pulley instead of coming down? That's number one.
Oh, yeah.
Number two, the responses to, okay, the rope is fraying on the other side, on the outlet side of the pulley. Let's make his distance from the ground larger.
Let's get some momentum to this
I don't
drop.
want to lower him quicker. No, we'll bring him up so it really hurts.
It's like when you ride the drop zone and it goes down a little bit,
Yeah.
then back up,
Yeah.
and then ah!
Yeah,
And then
exactly like that.
You wake up at the bottom.
Paralyzed. All right?
Holy
I will
shit.
say this. The shot of Mathias falling into that hole is one of the best shots in the movie.
You like that shot?
Oh, yeah, dude. Because
I-
he just disappears into blackness.
I kind of like the shot where like those guys like roll up on the horses and they're like, well, look at them.
Yeah.
They obviously want money. And the guy like he's trying to hand him money and the guy just wags his finger like no 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 no.
You didn't say the magic word.
I liked that one, and then there was another one that we'll get to later. I forget what it was, but I wrote that I liked it.
Okay. I think that's my favorite shot.
Okay.
Just anytime that, because, okay, you remember Jeepers Creepers, where it's
Of course.
Justin Long and he falls in and he actually
course.
hits the ground and bounces?
Yeah.
And it's like, how the fuck did you guys do that? And it's just him standing up probably with a cloth. But regardless, with that being said, that looked like somebody really falling into a deep dark hole. Like the rope snaps and everything. He immediately starts flailing.
Oh yeah,
It was done. It was acted well.
He disappears into a void.
He sure does. And then you just hear a fucking wet thud. The wettest, like somebody dropped a dog down a sewer, an alligator.
It's the sound of somebody breaking.
Yes, it read like forever. So fucking, there's a little bit of dubiousness as to whether or not he's still alive until you can hear him screaming for help.
Oh yeah. I can hear him down there.
Yeah.
All right, well let's check the rope to make sure that doesn't happen to anybody else.
Yeah.
Because we're friends.
Because we didn't check the rope for him because fuck him. Fuck him and what he did to Jewish people.
You didn't even include him in like the main characters you described at the beginning.
I mean, when you think about it, Jeff is becoming a doctor. He might have some deep-seated resentment for German people. I don't know what Jeff's last name is, but if it ends in Steen, a lot of things start to make sense.
This guy from Munich, he's in the fucking hole.
Yeah. How's it feel? Oh, how the tables have turned. So we're going to send Stacy down because she's the lightest and we don't trust this rope anymore.
Yeah.
Already, I mean, dangerous. To be honest, if Mathias is not yelling, I'm okay, just get me up, he lives there now.
Yeah.
He lives there now until he doesn't live anymore.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
I just met you.
Yeah.
I got bigger fish to fry here, and they're gun-shaped at the bottom of this.
This is what you get for bringing us to the middle of nowhere, you shithead.
Yeah.
Find the phone, asshole.
So obviously they have less rope now, so at the bottom, Stacy has to jump off. She jumps off like a dumb bitch and lands in glass. And then, ow, I cut my knee. Oh, yeah? Bummer. That's a bummer, Stacy.
Oh my God, Stacy, you're...
Mathias is awake and sentient and looking at her like, I have no legs. At least you have a knee to cut.
She cuts her fucking knee.
Oh yeah, did you feel all of it, Stacy? Come over here and do that to me. I'll give you a surprise.
Why don't you walk over here, Stacy, and show that to me? Why don't you get that down in my face so I can see it,
why don't
Stacy?
you walk over here just fine and show me the wound?
She gets a little glass in her knee, and Mathias needs a chair with wheels. He's laying there like Peter Griffin. Like a fucking rag doll that's fallen off its strings. Like it's...
She pulls the glass out of her knee with her filthy fucking Aztec Mayan hands. Which, I mean, if you weren't infected before with hepatitis. And, like, Mathias is just like, yeah? Oh, so you're good now, it's out? Okay, can you take my spine out and fix it so I can move at all? No, is the answer. And also, what a bitch! It smells down here. Like what? Like shit!
like Mathias shit himself!
It smells like Mathias is a fucking toddler.
Fucking smells like...
Fucking Germans can't control their bowels when they're paralyzed.
You fucking pervert.
Is that a passive trait? And then you cut to Jeff and he has a realization. It's like, oh, he can't control his bowels, so it's over for him.
Oh my God.
If I shit myself, right, at the bottom of a pit, you're good. You can leave.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm never going to live down the embarrassment of voiding my fucking intestines, first of all.
Oh,
Let
God.
alone the fact that I can't feel my intestines ever again.
Oh, smells like fucking shit down here.
Damn, dude.
God damn. Like, Just say it's fine. Like, you didn't have to include that.
Holy fuck.
So yeah, all right. Well, I guess he's pretty fucked up then, huh? Let's build a backboard out of, I don't know. We're just gonna MacGyver it out of this tent, I guess.
Let's rip down a tent, and we're gonna use the tent poles that are flimsy as fuck and break if you bend them too hard, and then some, I don't know, cloth.
We're gonna wrap a backpack around it, I guess. Yep. All these vines, but we're gonna use the tents to take the tents apart to make more rope.
Yep.
Certainly not gonna use any of these vines, though.
No.
None of these thousands of vines.
No, we won't use the vines.
Don't touch the vines.
Despite the fact that I don't know not to touch the vines at this point in the movie, we're not going to use probably the strongest thing on the whole temple.
Yeah, it seems like it might be holding this temple together, but nah.
That's fine.
We certainly aren't going to try and find an entrance from the bottom either. That would be
oh,
silly.
Yeah, fuck that.
That'd be
There's
really
no
silly.
way it has an entrance at the bottom. You have to climb up it. That's how the elders get up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Every fucking Mayan elder has a calf like a perfect square. From climbing stairs constantly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's
probably a sacrifice hole, honestly.
Yeah. Well, that was one of his theories. Right away, when they get up the temple, Mr. Nihilist comes out of the gate. Well, they probably brought us up here to sacrifice us.
Yeah. You know how they're Mexican?
Yeah, and they all just do that.
You know how Mayans always cutting each other's fucking heads off and throwing them down the steps.
Keep an eye out for a headless chicken being thrown around down there.
Yeah, I certainly hope we don't see any corpses up here.
Oh, look, many.
Racists.
Fucking, here comes Amy with the best strategy for saving everyone's life, which is to go down there and yell at them for not being more helpful.
How dare you, assholes?
People are dying up here. Look, now, here's the thing. She grabs one of those fucking plants, and she hucks it right at a child. And then they shoot that fucking child right in the face. They shoot that child to death.
In front of his mother, too.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell it's the child's mother by the way she sobs.
The way she hysterically screams.
Yeah. People just don't do that unless there's a blood relation.
And you can also tell they know what they're doing by the way that everyone else is like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That was the right thing to do.
The mother doesn't even say, hey, wait, no.
No, she's like, well, that sucks, I'll cry.
I guess we make another then.
Yeah, what else do you have to do? Gather and that.
Just play that game where you kick a ball through a loop and that.
So, after seeing that, and in the situation I'm in, I don't care about the backboard. What I'm building is a slingshot. And I'm taking those plants and I'm blasting them at those people.
Oh, yeah.
All day. The live long day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be catapulting parts of these vines at you.
Like a monkey throwing his shit.
Yeah, and also into the jungle. You know how easy it would be to spread this vindictively?
Oh, my God.
The second I know what these plants are, they're going into the jungle with me.
I don't know how pollen hasn't, made its way.
You'd think wind, right?
You would think.
Yeah, they are flowers with fucking pollination.
But
also,
no.
how are they getting pollinated? There's no bees. There's no bees around here.
There's certainly less bees than there should be. That's for sure.
I didn't even see a butterfly.
Yeah.
Or as Matthias would call it, a schmetterling.
Call it a flying sex bug. I think that's what that translates to.
Everything's perverted in Germany.
Schmettel sex bug flying fuck bug.
Fucking hell. So yeah, go back, and that's when fucking Jeff, the only logical brain, despite his behavior later in the film, goes, "Oh, it's the plants that are the problem."
Yeah,
you dumb bitch.
They're
you
keeping
stepped
us
in
here.
them when you're trying to take your landscape shot, your wide angle.
You know what? When I saw them react to her being in the plants, I was like, "Oh, this is like a sacred plant." And I kind of was looking at them kind of looks like marijuana.
A little bit, it does.
And I was like, "Are they just on?"
When they lower Stacy down, we were like, "Yeah, these are weed plants, man. I get it."
Huh.
And you know what? The petals are red, so it's like a fucking marijuana opium hybrid. Yeah, I'd be protecting that with a gun. I'd be protecting it with several.
Oh my God.
That's why they don't want you touching the temple. You'll get so fucking high, dude.
Crackheads from Toronto hear about that? They will make
They'll turn this part of the jungle into Toronto.
What's it called? The pilgrimage. They'll make the pilgrimage to the promised land.
To the promised land, dude.
I heard there was something that I could make a super drug out of.
I heard I could get very high right over here.
Oh God. Yeah, no wonder they're protecting that.
Stacy's still down there, and she keeps every so often hearing the cell phone ring. Again, that's the temple's phone. You don't want to interrupt that call.
Yeah. Best case scenario, a spider is doing business.
That's right.
A spider was expecting a call.
He's day trading, and you're going to interrupt. You know how fast that shit goes? He's got to buy and sell at the drop of a little tiny hat.
Eight legs and probably the size of your fist. By the way, you're in the middle of the jungle. So he's fucking sending texts.
He's a very important businessman, okay? So they lower Amy down on this rope grab. I like that was the tester to see if it would actually hold. All right, bitch, just get on the thing. We'll see if you die.
Yeah.
And then, okay, as mentioned before, the rope was not long enough to lower Stacy all the way down, and she had to jump. She had to jump about 12 feet.
Onto glass. And look, I'm not going to lie, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, on purpose, not on purpose, I'm aiming for the German if I'm jumping.
Well, it's softer.
Oh, you're fucking
Just
right.
aim for his legs. He's not going to feel it.
You're fucking right. I didn't see
his bottom half is essentially a pillow now.
It's so dark down here, I didn't see. I'm so sorry.
Jeez.
Well, pull me up.
So a question for you. How'd that rope grab make it 2 feet from the ground? How'd that backboard make it all the way down into the pit, low enough to lift a man onto it, when she had to jump off the rope because it wasn't long enough?
I did hear at one point somebody say, we'll have to take apart the tent.
For the backboard?
What? But I
suck my backboard. There's not enough material.
I think it was for the. I think they also used it for the thing.
Well, I'm furious then.
Well, yeah, I would be too because you don't see it.
Also, it's canvas. That shit rips.
Rips
super easy too.
You're certainly correct. It does. So yeah, we got the backboard down here. Too bad it's not flush to the earth.
No, we're gonna have to pick up the man with the broken spine.
Hey, be careful.
Oh, I did a chiropractic retreat a couple weeks ago in the summer. It'll be great. This will work. The second they pick him up, he basically goes, "Well, that's worse." Well, that's much worse.
So Amy's like, "All right, look, we got to do this so careful. You can't bend him. You can't twist him.
No twisting.
Don't
you dare pull. Don't treat him like a boppet, essentially. you can maybe flick it.
Don't you fucking dare bop it, all right? I know you're gonna instinctively want to bop it.
Oh, man.
When you can't twist it or pull it.
Yeah. And flicks off the table. You're in a relationship.
And heaven, don't you fucking fold it, for the love of God. So, yeah, she's like, all right, we got to be really careful. She's like, get him from down here. I'm going to get him from up here.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to lift. Like, we shouldn't be, we know we shouldn't be doing this.
At all.
There's a guy who's not a med student yet, but he will be soon.
Yeah.
Up there.
We'll trust him.
And he hasn't said not to do this yet, so, fucking... Yeah, all right. So we just load him up. Just load him up. Real gentle like.
Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, lift. Oh no!
They treat his body like an accordion.
Fuck.
There are bone crunches. And they're just like, oh, well, we've already lifted him up. Fuck it.
I really hope my theater of the mind translates right there. I just picked up a bag. I was like, this will sound like bones breaking and shattering. God. That's the opposite of a reset.
Fuck, we got real life Foley right here.
Oh my God.
Live Foley.
I'm gonna give that guy scoliosis now.
So yeah, they just treat that poor German like he's I don't know, like a paper airplane, like he's origami.
Like a paper airplane you got pissed at because it didn't fly right.
They're like a pop can they were done with.
Yeah.
And he's screaming and he's howling. They just chuck him on that fucking board and like, all right, haul him up.
Fuck him. Haul him right up there.
Haul him up there. I don't know how you're going to get him off of that because it's just dangling over a fucking hole.
Yeah.
What's your plan there?
It's a great point. I guess lay underneath and hope. It creates some kind of cushion. They bring him up. They're all worried that they've made his back worse.
Guess what?
As if they were... Okay, but he wasn't doing like a Charlie Chaplin tap dance at the bottom of the pit beforehand. It's fucking bad enough. When it comes to backs, they're either good or terrible. He's already at terrible.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go but up from.
They're like, I know we shouldn't have moved it. Yeah, probably not, but it's not like, okay, look, if I fall in the mud and then you throw a ball of dirt at me, I'm not going to be like, oh, now I'm filthy.
Come on. You could have saved it still.
No, there's none of that.
It's either he's in the hole or he's out of the hole. And if he's in the hole, he's staying in the hole.
Yeah.
So get him out of the hole. Like, Jeff keeps saying, like, oh, yeah, Dimitri's flight was tomorrow. Don't worry. When his pals realize he's not there, they're going to come. They've got that hand-drawn, Tolkien-esque, Middle-earth looking map.
That, it's been fucking ravaged by sand and probably vomit from when you woke up from your beach hangover.
Oh, God, yeah. They probably had sex with it.
Yeah. What else do you do in the morning?
Oh, right. So... Oh yeah, so I'm pretty sure he was checking to see if they were breathing by putting a mirror under his nose.
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
Sure. Well, I mean, his eyes are darting around like he spotted a burglar. So there's your fucking answer. He's very much alive, at least.
His eyes are working, but the rest of his body isn't. his eyes are panicking, like, help me, I'm trapped in here.
Fuck.
So anyway, yeah, we get him up out of the hole.
Yeah.
Like a fucking medical evac helicopter, and I guess because like it's just a pulley.
Yeah,
it's a crane. It doesn't swivel.
That's right. You gotta grab him and pull him out from dangling over the hole.
Why do we care about his fucking back if we're just gonna do that? Like, are we pulling him up off the backboard and just, like, fucking hauling him off?
Well, yeah, like, they grab the backboard, like, and untie the whole shit and carry him. But it's like, there's no way that you could delicately put him on the ground, either. Like, anytime you're moving him, it's just gonna get worse and worse anyway. At this point, it's a lost cause. Your whole motivation is just save the upper half.
Yeah.
You know?
That becomes Jeff's major concern.
Yeah.
The upper half is the most important half.
The brain is the only thing that matters.
I just don't see it, and they didn't show it. So I have many questions about the logistics of how they got him off of that.
No, I don't know.
Without making it much worse.
It's a great question. I fucking again with this fucking imposed leadership from Jeff that nobody's really on board with, and I'm kind of surprised that there was no like mutiny in this movie at one point where everybody's just like, all right, Jeff, shut the fuck up. We're gonna decide things democratically because it's the water, and she's trying to drink it, and he's like, we should save this.
Oh yeah, stop drinking the water. Well, we need exactly as much water to survive, and we don't have enough for a full day. So don't drink it. Don't drink it.
I just look over at Mathias and be like, I don't know if I trust a word you say, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
Look at him.
Look at what you did, Jeff.
Almost all of that was your advice.
You sent him into the hole. You didn't check the rope until after he was already busted up like a fucking marionette. He's about as useless as one, too.
Fuck.
He's a marionette with one string at this point.
All it does is move the head.
And it's like it's a rusted chain, so it doesn't move very much.
I don't know what happened between this and my note here, which says now's not really the time for an insurmountably loud tent hand job. You can't give a hand job in a tent quietly. It's like trying to fuck on a futon. It's gonna betray you.
Oh my god, yeah, the canvas is just a loud fabric.
It sure is. Everything sounds like something's being zipped up and down.
This is the sleeping bag zippers just jangling away. How the fuck isn't that keeping anybody else up?
Also, why are you in the mood? What just happened? Wait, and so this is the thing, right? What kind of sexual relationship do these two have? You're trading oral on bets. The way to calm him down is to just give him a mean HJ in the tent 10 feet away from everyone else. This'll work. Get some sleep, babe.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Yeah, it seems like she might be giving Eric a hand job while Amy sleeps next to them.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that Amy's in the fucking tent!
Yeah, she's right there because she's, like, watching them cuddle, and she's like,
Holy fuck.
I wish Jeff would cuddle me like that.
Yeah, I bet you wish Jeff would do this for you.
Because even Stacy's like, get close, babe.
Yeah, get closer.
Get close. I don't want to reach too far. When I reach around, I don't want that around to be too far.
Yeah, I accidentally touched Amy.
The fucking elbow just jamming Amy inside. It's a small tent. It's a small goddamn tent.
Ow, are you really that itchy?
Come on, guys. I can only pretend like you're not jerking him the fuck off for so long. Just come already.
Hurry up.
Babe, come already.
Fuck, it's jostling everything.
Babe, I think Amy's awake. Just come. Just come on these.
She's like, I think Amy's awake. Okay, now I can.
Just come in these dirty sleeping bags. Who gives a fuck?
That we have to share. Also, this tent is not ours. Also, this is not our tent or sleeping bags.
Just come wherever. Who cares?
Just come wherever. Come on the plants.
Ah, fuck this tent. Fuck these plants. Just get come on you. Just come.
Just get some.
Just come already. Come on, Eric.
On the topic of things coming out of your dick, I think it's pretty disrespectful and rude to piss all over these plants, Jeff. No wonder they're so pissed off.
He's giving them life.
He's giving them sustenance, yeah. The dry Mexican summer. They look thirsty.
What do the plants want? They're
hungies.
Like, are they absorbing? They're absorbing nutrients from the body. Is that?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, that's how they. I can only assume that's how they live and propagate is by killing living things, and that's why no birds land there. That's why, you get mummified in a clump, as evidenced by the corpse that Jeff finds, and then Amy walks up behind him and like puts her fucking hand lovingly on his back, like he didn't just see a dead body. I'm like, Amy, I understand, but like, look right there.
Babe, I know Eric can get hard when there's dead bodies around, but
me not so much.
It takes me a little. It takes me a little longer.
There's a reason I chose doctor and not morgue person.
There's a reason I chose doctor and not hard-on giver. Just a hard-on having machine.
Getter. Fuck.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't know, he's pissing and all the plants just kind of start shimmering and like, ooh, fucking piss nutrients. I love it. Fucking piss on me more, Jeffrey. And then he sees like they're like jiggling around on a body, just doing God knows what.
Well,
absorbing.
Yeah. Sucking it up, any way it can.
Yeah. Leaving the watch behind though. Oddly, you can probably pawn that pretty.
Maybe you could trade it for freedom with these guys. Look, magic.
Well, they didn't want the money though.
You know how you guys made sundials fucking 3,000 years ago that work better than this? Well, here's this, but it's smaller.
It's a Rolex.
It goes right, yeah. That's a big deal where I'm from. You can buy them at Ross.
Good. You get more for less there, I think.
I believe you do, yeah.
Should go there sometime. Yeah.
It's only in the U.S.
Right. If you ever go to Ross, let us know. What's up?
No, I went to Ross. It's Sam Hyde video.
I
show up, Citizen Watch, full Ross. You know what happened next? Ain.
Oh, I wish I didn't know the video. So, yeah, fucking pissing off the pyramid.
Yeah.
And like, so at this point,
pissing off the pyramid by pissing off the pyramid.
Pissing off the Mayans by pissing on the pyramid. Yeah, and like right in front of them too. Like, here's your fucking pyramid.
Yeah.
like that shit.
I got a fine point for you.
Fucking. And so yeah, he like knowing full well that like, oh, it's the plants. They're trying to keep the plants here, and the plants are bad.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you touch the plants, somebody gets fucking shot.
Yeah. Let's get right in the plants when I'm pissing.
Yeah. Let me just with my bare hands though.
Yeah.
Move these plants so I can find a wristwatch attached to a corpse.
Yeah. Oh! I didn't even put that together. With my bare hands, move the plants. You know the same way that Mathias cleared his dead brother's body of plants with his bare hands and immediately developed a horrifying rash that required cold water?
Yeah, that medical diagnoses on the fly. Yeah, it's an allergic reaction. Just put water on it.
I'll touch them though.
Yeah, absolutely. This seems good.
It's
seems
different
good to have.
this time. A day has passed.
I'm from another country, so I have a better tolerance. America.
Yeah, we have
just happen to
we
Americans.
have good immune systems because Flint's got shit in the water.
Yeah, heaven forbid, you have a little shit in your fucking water. That's why they're drinking the tap water. They're fine.
Yeah, fuck. That old George Carlin joke. We swam in liquid shit.
That's how you beat polio.
It sure is.
So that happens, and I couldn't explain why his hands don't melt off. And
no, they don't.
And like,
no, they're just fine.
And why nobody else like is getting this like injury, this like rash for everybody.
That's right. And on the other side of the temple, Mathias is screaming his head off because everybody in this movie, the second that you turn around, nothing might as well be happening behind you. They bring Mathias out of the hole and they just leave him plant adjacent, and they just forget he exists for like a night.
They literally put a tarp up on a stick and just like that'll
There
do.
you go, you fucking asshole.
Oh, we can't leave him out here. Well, let's not put him in a tent.
No, we'll just leave him out here.
Yeah, we'll just leave him out here raw dog in the sun.
No,
not in the sun. Put a tarp up. He's a person.
I really like the moment where Jeff like draws the blanket back and sees how planted up Matthias's legs are, and he's like, I don't even know where to start. He's like, whoa, wow, nice, man.
Wow. Swamp Thing. I love the cosplay. But like, yeah.
The creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh! I'm envious. I should have put that together. Fucking. So yeah, it's the next morning, and like something's not right.
Something is not.
Something's not quite right.
Fucking. First of all, Eric didn't bring a change of clothes, so he's just got to fucking walk around his own nut for the rest of the day.
And that's the only thing that's not right. That's like the worst part of this whole film is just like, great. I had to sleep in my cum.
It's awesome. It didn't even dry all the way.
Oh my fucking god! You know when he pisses, it's immediately forking.
It's or it's like because he didn't move afterwards. It was just hard and like a plug.
Yeah.
You got to pass a kidney stone to piss.
It glues your pee hole shut.
Yeah.
And then so you get the fork. the rare trident is.
Oh my.
That's a hard one to control because it's like just put the middle one in the toilet. We'll deal with the sides afterwards.
Fucking yeah. Well, I guess you can maybe put your hands out, divert it, but
you could. You also have the option of just like squeezing the tip and hoping that like that breaks the seal. But
yeah, or you could just sit.
You could.
Sometimes you gotta sit down to pee, man. I don't understand.
Oh God. Well, yeah. So Stacy wakes up and, well, something smelled her wound.
So let's talk about the fact that they went to bed in that tent with no plants, and then when they woke up, there were plants in the tent.
Yes.
At no point in the movie did they move the fucking tent. They just leave that tent in a jungle of hell, and they go back to sleep in it surrounded by plants, even after this scene where Stacy rips her blanket back and the plant is going inside of her.
Yeah.
It's getting in whether she likes it or not through an open gash, a little bit lower than the other one she's got.
You know, the one that she pulled that chunk of glass out of?
Yeah. Well, that's the fucking. It's like mainlining. It's a straight shot into the stream.
That's how you get it. That's you want to get planted up. You want that plant deep inside you.
Fuck. So that's fun, and we get an awesome scene of that just being extracted super slowly from her open leg.
Oh yeah, he pulls it out like it's a parasite.
Like a tapeworm.
Like a tapeworm, and it kind of like acts like one too. I think it even like does a little scream.
Yeah, they do.
Point.
They scream and wiggle a couple times as they're being removed from their home.
And at this point, like I would look at Mathias and I'd be like, buddy,
hey,
what's this?
Just wondering.
Like, you brought us here. Did you? Come on, man.
And then he goes, look at me. Of course I didn't know any of this. Look at me right now.
You think I would have been first to go in the hole if I knew about this shit?
Right?
Oh my god. Look at me. I'm a fucking broken puppet.
And the whole time, this cell phone from the depths of this pit is just ring-a-ding-dinging.
Oh yeah.
So let's fucking the two of you go down there and try and get that phone.
Oh my god. Yeah. There was something that fuck, what does he say? What does Mathias say? He's like, something's not right.
Yeah.
Show me my legs.
Yeah, show me my legs is what he says.
I really fucking like that part.
Oh my god.
I think that might have been my favorite part. He's like, just show him to me. I can't, because he can't fucking move himself.
Yeah, yeah.
And he has no choice but to lay there, and he has no idea the plants are.
It's like meeting a blind person for the first time. They're like, give me your face.
It's like on Family Guy when they all get trapped on a desert island and Peter's eating Joe's legs.
Yeah.
You've been eating me!
It's not like you can feel it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He screams the same.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
There's only really one scream for realizing that you're being eaten from the feet up for the past, 12 hours.
It's a blood curdle.
Yeah,
it's a blood curdle.
Yeah, because you have so little of it left.
And, like, we see like later the vines ate.
They
got fed.
Slaked.
They really pulled like a vulture.
Or
picking
like
it clean.
Somebody's dog when they die in the house and nobody finds them for 3 days. That's pretty much what happens to Matthias's legs.
That's exactly yeah. Christ. So yeah, and so like he was so quick to pull the vine right out of Stacy, but
yeah.
Now,
this is a bit much.
I don't want to touch him.
Nah, we'll give him some whiskey that we're keeping. The most erroneous thing about this entire movie, okay, is that they have fucking 3/4 of a bottle of whiskey and nobody is constantly wasted. Okay, me in this situation, okay, I go down there as a guy with a gun. I'm up here with plants that are gonna eat me if I fall asleep. I might as well be drunk. I might as well be fucking drunk. There's already not enough water.
There's two options. It's either drunk or, well, what it does get used for.
Well, and that's the other issue too, is that they're using it to clean wounds.
And you know
Here's
what?
the thing, guys. You can't use brown liquor as like a sanitary element.
Even
okay?
worse, I think it's tequila.
So the sugar content alone.
Yeah.
If you're worried about plants eating you, how about any bug?
You're gonna get ants.
You're gonna get fucking ants, dude. Cicadas, they love that.
Oh my god. I answer the fucking least of their worries. They got plants.
So let's send the most emotionally volatile people in this entire fucking group down into the fucking plant hole to look for that phone.
Get down in the pit.
You've seen all that's happened, okay? You woke up in the morning with plant in your leg. It was all over your sleeping bag. It's all over your shirt that you don't change, ever.
The plants can smell you,
and
obviously.
You're perfectly fine with stepping in that bush in the depths of the hole in flip-flops and nothing else.
First of all, you're fine with being lowered into a hole via a rope?
What, that has already failed once?
Have you not seen Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah.
You don't get back out.
And we don't have lotion. They didn't even bring sunscreen. There's the other thing. Where's the sunburns? Where's the sunburns on anyone? The last time they apply sunscreen is at the fucking hotel right before he gets sick dome.
It's true. He does protect his dome, and then he gets slobbered on.
Yeah. Which I don't know what her fucking SPF is in her saliva.
Even worse, maybe it doesn't have any. It's washed away.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's where you want to get melanoma. The dick.
Right on the fucking top part.
No, it's a mole, I swear.
Right on the crest of the head. Right on like the Vader's edge. You know what I'm saying?
Vader's helm.
Yeah, you know he's
he's got that little swoop out. Yeah, right on the swoop of Vader's helm. Which sounds like it sounds like a mountain town in Lord of the Rings. I'm going to the swoop of Vader's helm. It's gonna be quite a hike.
Oh, those elves will name it anything, won't they? Just come up with all kinds of names.
Fuck.
Oh, and everybody knows what we're talking about, so
sure do.
We don't need to talk about that anymore. But that's a part of the body that I don't think has a name up until now.
Hell yeah, dude. We're scientists.
Oh,
That's
shit.
fine. Dude, when people discover weird bugs in the jungle, they just name it like whatever fucking bullshit they want.
Oh,
We're
my
just gonna
God.
do the same thing.
I saw a really good one, and it's so good that I forgot it.
It's
but
the horse coming bird.
It was like some beetle, and they just named it like the fucking Fugly Wuggly or some shit. It was just like a guy, and he's like, I don't know what to name it. Just
call it
There's
something. A fish called a blobfish. That's just rude.
Well, look at it, Jay.
Yeah, well, you don't bring it up. It looks better under. It looks way better down there where it belongs.
Do you think like the first people to like find that obviously were like, wow, well, we gotta bring that up to show them, and they get up there like, well, this isn't what we found.
This is weird.
What have we done?
Somebody pulled the old switcheroo at about 13 leagues.
This fucking fish it's melting. It's a dead.
Fuck, it's not that hot.
I wonder what it smells with that nose.
Right here I wrote, yeah, why are we all sitting in the fucking beat down Mexican sun? You got a tent right there. We're just gonna sit in the sun and somehow not get burnt. There's not a cloud in the sky this whole movie. It should have rained at least once.
Yeah, they're in the jungle, for God's sake.
And might as well toss Matthias off the pyramid. I feel like it would be a power move. Okay, just chuck him. Let's chuck them at the people down there.
Yeah, look at what we did.
Look at this.
Yeah, you want your fucking vines?
Here you go.
I mean, the second they saw his dead brother, I've been like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, we're done.
This
We're done here.
This is what you came here to find? Sorry, man.
All right. No, we're going to stand there and watch while the entire tribe brings out enough supplies to live here for a month. Why wouldn't you just walk down the other fucking side and leave?
That's kind of, yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking, too.
Okay, one of us stand up here for a minute. Everybody else walk down the other side and leave, and then I'll be in tow.
Yeah, I'll be up there being like, hey, guys.
We're staying.
Boy. Whoa.
Sure wish you guys were up here where it's nice.
This is what it's like to have 5 people on top of a pyramid.
It sure is. There's a grand total of 5. For sure.
5 people, certainly not less. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us up here.
I counted.
Well, all right. We're gonna
pack it in. It was a long hike. We're gonna pack it in where you can't see.
Yeah, just. I mean, do you want it? The plants though, they'll get you. So don't. You
Careful
stay down.
of those. Yeah. Definitely don't come up here where 5 of us. We can't fit a 6th.
Yeah.
It's a very narrow plateau.
I feel like we might topple the whole balance of this thing.
You know how it is with these ruins? They just crumble around you.
Yeah. And, you know, you keep the greasiest food to the top of the pyramid, and well, I have no idea what I'm saying anymore.
At this point, I also wrote that the plants are essentially a liar bird, because all they do is mimic noises.
Oh yeah. So yeah, they go down in the thing to look for this fucking phone, right?
Yeah.
And
where's that ring coming from?
Well, first of all, they should have clued in the second that they were like, wait a minute, this ring is getting further away than it was.
They should have also clued into the fact that it's been 3 days and it's a BlackBerry. The battery does not last that long.
Or does it?
No.
No? Okay, all right. I figured they were just like, you know, built like
and like it was
machines,
a day
you know?
before that. Like at best, you're working with 5%. That's not enough to ring off the hook for 2 days.
Yeah. At what point is that person going to stop calling and be like, well, I guess they're busy?
Right?
He must be busy. Let's check the morgue.
That's the other thing, too, is like, okay, logically, because Jeff this whole time, his whole thing has been, well, he's stupid about it. Because later on, he says probably the worst line in the whole film, which is that a group of Americans in Mexico don't just disappear.
I fucking love that.
Jeff? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they fucking... Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure this whole economy built around that happening.
Oh, boy, there certainly is.
There are certain markets of a certain color that are sort of dependent on Americans disappearing in Mexico.
Yeah, certain people are still alive because of certain parts. But from certain markets.
Yes.
That are on certain parts of the internet.
Yeah. And sometimes... those parts, they stay on you and they just get used if you're a woman. And you disappear in Mexico.
I see. We are talking about 2 different things.
Yeah, but they both happen.
They do.
They both happen all the time, Jeff.
Don't step off the fucking resort.
That's like rule number 1 in most places.
It absolutely. In Jamaica, there are armed guards to tell you, please don't.
You please. Because I'm only going to walk that far if you do that.
I'm not going to stop you, but the heads on sticks in there... they might turn you around if not, you become one.
It's not a detour sign.
Yeah, you're going to see that they don't take kindly.
Oh, they take. It's just they're not kind about it.
Yeah, there's certainly no giving back or ever seeing your family again.
I also wrote the plants show their true colors, and then in brackets I wrote red because the flowers are.
Mm-hmm, they sure are.
When they are mimicking the fucking cell phone right in your face, and you don't notice that's what... You get closer to them, close enough for them to pop a dead head right at you.
Oh
hey,
my God.
knock, knock. Maybe we'll be friends if I look like you. Let me just puppet this corpse that's down here.
Fucking, ooh, I'm just like you guys. I'm
booga booga.
Stuck in the hole, huh?
It's like the old bitch from Dead Silence.
It's like the fucking Annie puppet. So yeah, they follow the ring, which is they shouldn't have done.
Yeah, the one ring.
How the fuck did you hear the ring from outside of this pyramid when it's deep inside this pyramid? Well, let's keep looking.
Where you have to scream to be heard up top.
So, let's follow it into this cave.
Yeah. It's more like a tunnel made by plants. It's more like a horrible tunnel.
And you're basically inside the plant at this point.
You are. You're the plant.
And they find somebody who is crouched down by the plants. and they're like, hey, hello.
Hey, they're not moving, and they're in the plants.
Yeah, these plants, the ones that are famous for murdering you and being in your body and drinking your blood and being fucking weird European guys.
The most baffling part of this movie, the reason why it's dumb, is because all the shit that happens to them that's plant related, and they're still like, oh, this is fine.
Well,
we'll just be quick.
Well, Jay, let me tell you, they're Americans.
It's true.
They out themselves in the film.
Yeah. That's another thing you shouldn't say around Mexico is, I'm an American.
Don't worry, they're gonna realize four Americans are gone. They'll be stripping this jungle.
Yeah, they're gonna start burning it.
The drones will be here. Don't worry. They'll carpet bomb the fuck out of this place until, well, we're found.
So, to be fair, getting frantically pulled up the rope while the plants are slowly closing in on you is a cool shot as well.
Oh, that was great. I think that was my favorite part, was when they get on the rope and you see...
They begin to undulate.
You see the vines, like, start coming in from all the dark corners.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. I've been here.
For a while.
I've actually been inside you while you were sleeping.
It's a shame you woke up. I wasn't finished.
I didn't get my leaf. I don't worry, I didn't sap up in there. I got pulled out.
I didn't sap. Oh my god.
So yeah, they get the phone, they realize it's broken, and then one girl like looks around and realizes the flowers are jingle jangling and vaguely sounding like the ringer now that we know that it's the plants.
Well,
they sound nothing like it.
Yeah, well they've pulled the mask off.
Yeah.
So I'm not fooling around now.
Yeah, they're done lying to us.
Yeah, the bit's done. I'm over with the impression.
Yeah, now we're just plants that fucking whisper.
Yeah, we whisper, come here.
Come deeper into the forest. I've got candy. So yeah, that happens. They get yanked up the rope, and I did enjoy it, like filling in behind them and undulating up the thing like it was gonna get them.
And then for some reason, Eric and Jeff are skeptical of what they're describing, as if they haven't already seen horrible things that these plants can do.
As if one of them wasn't looking down the hole. You're telling me the vines
when they're being pulled
stopped?
up into broad daylight and the vines are just moving around still?
Yeah. Why did the vines stop?
Fuck. Who are you trying to fool? You already tried to get in there.
They've got nowhere to go. They're surrounded by the vines.
Yeah. This is the time for the vines to be the most active.
God damn.
Yeah, because sharks in the water, when they're trying to kill a person, they're like, oh, they're getting kind of close to the beach. I better hold back. Yeah. Otherwise, some people might see me.
Yeah, I would hate to break the guise that I'm just a plant. Oh, me? I'm just a plant.
I promise.
I look like I was bought at Michael's.
Fuck. We, we're rationing out the food. Here's 3 grapes, you fucking asshole. You might as well just give me nothing to eat. That small amount is gonna make me hungrier than not eating at all. You've actually fucked up my whole day now. Because I have a little food, now I want more of it. I
got a taste for grapes, I want the whole vine.
And fucking, even at this point, there's too much whiskey in that bottle. There's way too much.
I don't think I could drink whiskey at a time like this.
100% I would need to.
You know what I would do? Because like they obviously have the ability to make fire.
Yeah, because they craft torches out of this tequila. It must be over 40 proof.
Molotov cocktail.
Oh yeah.
Down the hole.
How about burn the temple?
Burn the temple, or hey, Molotov cocktail into the jungle. There's your fucking jungle.
There's your shithead jungle.
There's your fucking jungle.
With your jungle people in it.
Yeah, enjoy that jungle, shitheads.
Yeah, I hope it was worth it, guys.
Yeah, I'll be going around the other side where there's no fire. You guys got buckets to fucking...
That's a much better distraction than an impassioned speech in a language I don't speak.
Yeah, hey guys.
Everybody speaks the language of burning down my house.
Yeah, setting your home and country on fire. But they don't do any of that. They
You make a great fucking point, dude. Torch the shit.
Yeah.
Torch the... So either you die from plants or you die from burning, but you might still survive that.
Yeah.
Cool.
You pull your girlfriend out of a fucking hole and she's like, there's no phone, it's the plants. Well,
let's stop that ring.
Yeah, well
let's change the ringtone to screaming.
I realize Mathias isn't a Russian, but
he'd better move quick.
Yeah. Oh, Christ.
Let's take 30 seconds to take a gander at him and the fact that he's got sepsis. You can tell by the color and clam of his skin.
You can tell
he's
by
fucking dead.
He looks like a corpse, and at this point, he might as well be one.
Yes.
But, let's let Jeff do his fucking experiments like Frankenstein.
Let's let Jeff use all of his no doctor knowledge whatsoever, because he improperly diagnoses Mathias. First of all, for an ailment that he definitely already has, which is sepsis, he calls it septicemia. Septicemia, he goes on to explain, is an infection that reaches bone. Now, I'm sorry, Jeff. Did you mean osteomyelitis? Because septicemia is a blood infection. What? This fucking Wikipedia doctor who doesn't know a goddamn thing. We're gonna entrust him to perform a field amputation. At a certain point in this movie, Jeff goes, well, I'm gonna be a doctor in like 6 years, so I might as well start now.
Yeah, I might as well do one of the most difficult things somebody can do to a person with, just on top of a fucking pyramid with nothing.
The kind of thing that if the school you're going to caught wind that that's what you did, they'd go, bye.
What are your
goodbye.
What are your qualifications for this scholarship?
I can loosely put 2 belts on a leg and not even tighten them.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll use a rock to break bone and tendon, like James Franco's worst nightmare.
Sit right there. I'm going to call 911.
Oh.
Don't move.
Well, what if I told you it was absolutely necessary, in my opinion?
Well, then I'd have one question. Was it in Mexico?
This one, yes.
All right, get in here, you scamp.
Wait, was it on American soil? I mean, there's one right answer, and it's no.
How close to the border were you? We can really fudge these numbers. Fucking...
Jeff is gonna fail his MCAT, is what I wrote.
I really enjoyed when Jeff... Jeff and Eric...
fucking boulder.
Well, before that, he's like, look, Eric, we gotta keep these legs clean.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna die. He's gonna... right there? This man right here, a foot from me, is going to die because I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
And you know what?
I'm qualified to make those kinds of statements.
We're not even going to cover his ears. He's going to die. Die. My bedside manner is peaking.
Holy fuck.
This dirty old fucking infected dirty legs guy.
Yeah.
Fucking chucked him down a hole, busted his shit up.
This German piece of shit I hate.
Can't even fucking stay alive with
He's on his shitty deathbed, everyone.
Dirty fucking blood infection
Everyone,
shithead.
including you when I say this. To the point where he's just in the back and he's like, all right, just fucking cut him off. At this point, I'd rather you cut them off than hear you talk about cutting them off later.
Oh my god, just cut them off if you want to cut them off so fucking bad.
Sick of it. And you know what? I understand the motivation because, like, you're going to get hungry. And that's some meat.
Is it?
Well.
Because we get a good look at it and...
well, given how much plant life there is in it, you don't got to bother with the salad as the opener.
Oh, that's true. It's
a whole meal.
It's a ham salad.
It's been seasoned.
It's been seasoned with Italian seasonings.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of plant matter in there.
Yeah. I don't like how enthusiastic Jeff is about mutilating a person irreparably.
Whoa.
Like, he's more stoked about it than the plants are.
It makes me very question... it makes me very wary. Wary is the word I'm looking for. On his motivations to go into med school.
Yeah.
What's this, a dead fucking... Some body nobody's ever going to fucking find?
Yeah, med school is a means to an end.
Let me try this.
And it's whatever end I've created by cutting your limb off recently.
What? I enjoyed the fact that he brings it up to him. He's like, look, this is like 2 hours after he's like, keep the legs clean. 2 hours later, he's like, all right, cut them fuckers off.
It's way too late. Okay, plant dirt was in them all night.
Yeah.
Forget about keeping them clean.
Look, I got to cut them right off. And before you say anything, there's been a tourniquet on there for like 2 hours now. I just went ahead and did that without saying anything.
If by tourniquet you mean headband, because they're not even tight. When you're doing a tourniquet, all right? And now this isn't even a common misconception anymore because people are generally more educated. This man is a doctor. He didn't even bother doing one extra notch on the belts. He just wrapped those belts around and was like, all right, they're like suspenders.
He fucking tied them. Tied them in a knot.
Yeah, great. When you're doing a fucking tourniquet, You've already resigned to the fact that you're losing the limits on. The point is to kill it.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't hurt when I take it off with nothing but tequila in your mouth.
Yeah, and by the way, here's the tequila right in your fucking mouth.
Yeah, drink that.
Whether you can process what's happening to your body or not, just fucking drink this yet. And he's like, yeah, don't worry. I know for sure he's broken his back by the way he is.
By the way that he shit his pants.
Yeah, I could tell just by the way I've asked him if he can move his toes, and he's not moving those toes. Them pigs ain't wiggling.
All right, put that cast iron pan on the fire.
Yeah, don't tell anybody why, though. By the way, only start the fire for this purpose.
Only for this. Don't just have one around because it would be nice.
Yeah, don't. I would hate for people to have to figure out where we got all this wood from.
Fuck. Oh, that's a good point. Where'd they get all this wood?
Hey, you guys mind if we just go to the jungle for a quick sec to get wood?
Speaking of quick sex, just for one again, where did the hand crank floodlight come from?
Oh, you know, it's
where does the hand crank floodlight that they use one night come from?
You know that
Eric just knows how to use.
That hand crank floodlight that takes 2 or 3 seconds to crank and then is just good to go.
It's good to go all night. This is conservation of energy.
Before.
No, it's renewable.
I've had that. You ever have those flashlights where you shake them?
Yeah.
They stay lit while you're shaking them.
I've even had a fucking hand crank lantern. You got maybe like a solid 15 before you got to fucking crank that shit again.
Oh man, that's not.
You got to keep cranking. Get Stacy in there.
That's inappropriate.
Well, she's good at it.
She's really good at working her hands.
Like it's been 2 days. They don't actually bang. It's just hand and mouth stuff.
Well, yeah, she's so good at just grabbing the knob and cranking it off. First of all, she grabs the knob and she twists it to 11, and then she pulls it right off. That's how she does it.
Never change the station.
Oh God.
Right here I wrote, cauterizing that leg would probably make me hungry.
Probably, yeah.
Dude, I know what fried meat smells like. I don't care where it's from. Peckish now. And then the plants, selfish dicks, just take the legs away. Oh, the whole leg.
Oh
they
my
take the
God.
whole fucking buffet. Leave me with nothing. Table scraps.
Like fucking coyotes. Just taking scraps out of the garbage.
Hyenas in the night. Fucking, turns out, Mathias ain't so paralyzed from the waist down after all because he feels all this.
Oh, yeah.
He feels every single time his bones get crushed by rocks. Every time a hot iron literally gets put to a stump. Anytime you're cutting through tendon, like 127 hours again.
Oh my God. And like...
His screams can be heard from fucking America. It's a miracle they weren't saved.
They put a belt in his mouth to bite down on. Here, you bite down on this.
Yeah, like a horse I'm killing.
Oh, yeah. And that's in his mouth for all of 1 second before he starts screaming.
Yeah, because when you're screaming, you don't want to close your mouth. You're busy.
Now, given, like, what I'd be looking down at...
Yeah, cut
him off.
Probably the second I saw how many plants you had to pull out of my body to clear my legs out. Yeah, you can have them.
Yeah. And what's left of said legs? By the way, I don't know why you didn't pull them off as soon as, because, like, look at them now, buddy.
Not much left anyway.
We might be able to save them, but
that's dog food now.
This is why they couldn't have left him outside in the night.
Cut my legs off and roll me into that hole. That's what I want.
I'm for the vines now.
I'll be a distraction for the vines because they're full.
Oh my God. So yeah, what's her name? Fucking Amy comes out and he's like, look.
Well, he certainly felt that, didn't he?
Huh? I think the whole
I heard
fucking
how
forest.
much he felt it.
Oh yeah, girls, go in the tent.
Go in the tent.
Get in the fucking tent.
I got acoustic foam in the tent. You won't hear a peep.
There's in their hands over ears while this man is screaming, "No, please!" and stop. And he just comes out and like,
It's like, well, I've already come this far, though. I don't know what to tell you, man. I came here to do a job.
We already poured the tequila in your mouth, so
it would be a waste.
I've already got the rock. I
picked a perfect one. It took me a minute. You know, like when you're trying to find the perfect skipping stone?
Yeah.
I had to find the perfect crushing your legs rock.
The pan that we found. Well, we didn't bring it. Why would we bring a pan?
Yeah.
We found the dirty
archaeologist's filthy pan. I can't tell if the blackness is from the cast iron or just dirt.
Honestly, it's probably both.
Fuck.
Given where we found it, in the environment. Anyway, so that is like the second best part of the movie, I think.
That's fine.
I really enjoyed that. I After that, I don't know where we went.
Shitty tourniquets aren't even tight. And then it's fucking nighttime, and it's Amy and Eric by the fire having a heart-to-heart conversation during which Amy cries. And then Stacy hears that from inside the tent because now she's in full-on paranoid schizophrenia. Hearing a man scream pushed her right over the edge, and now it's over. And so she comes out and she says, I heard you fucking her. Just like that. I could hear you from inside the tent fucking, which calls a couple things into question that I wrote right here. If sobbing uncontrollably sounds like sex to Stacy, that suggests some unsavory things about her relationship with Eric.
Yeah, it sure does.
And you couple that with the coercion and the glassy-eyed hand job she gave. And it really seems to me that she's very often in a position of duress.
Jesus Christ.
She went into fucking PTSD Vietnam mode for that hand job.
She sure did.
She just looks straight ahead.
Well, it's 9 o'clock.
If I don't do this now, I'll hear about it later.
And like, he doesn't say, come on, Amy's right there. He doesn't once go,
no, this is good.
Amy's right there.
Nah, he kind of lays there and takes it with a look of fear on his face. I'm not sure which one of these two is the dominant one.
Yeah. Yeah, because like he's like, this is a little late today. he's like, oh man, the plants are eating people. I need to come. All right.
That'll make it better.
Like, yeah, or like the plants are eating people. And I could come, I guess, Stacy. Thanks for
yeah, sure.
Thanks for starting the crank there.
This is come time. Are you in the sleeping bag too? Perfect.
Get close. I can't reach your hog. I'm trying to hand feed your hog here.
So they're trying to talk her down off a ledge of cheating, and then she breaks girl code at the most inopportune time in the whole fucking movie by just looking at fucking Jeff and being like, yeah? Well, your girlfriend was about to fuck the German. I had to pull her off.
And then look at the German.
Like I did to Eric last night in the tent.
Thought I smelled cheese. Caught a whiff of that on the air.
And while all this fight is happening, Mathias is in the background getting variegated. Right in his mouth and throat.
The vines are having their fucking way with him.
He's getting vinylated.
Oh! He's getting...
Sight unseen because he can't speak, because he's getting choked at the same time.
You know why that works? Because he's getting ventilated as well. He's getting violated and ventilated by the vine.
He's getting a lot of V's right now.
It's a whole shitload of V's, but he still hasn't gotten that hand job yet.
So fucking Stacy, is just screaming that nobody listens. And, earlier in the movie, Eric mocks her by parroting back, like the SpongeBob meme, some fucking sentence that she said.
Yeah.
And she gets super pissed about being mimicked. I thought it was a nice addition to have the plants be just dicks about that to her specifically.
They absolutely did.
They just make the fuck fun of her until she curls up into a ball and dies mentally.
Pretty much. Oh, it's so good. The plants just like whisper shit to her as well at some point.
And she's 100% sure that there's more plant in her also.
And she's right.
And she's fucking dead right.
Fucking. So the whole time this whole fight is happening. Yeah, the plants are just getting in there. They all the way to the leaf.
Yeah, to the leaf, dude.
To the
fucking plant
leaf.
base.
Oh, yeah, to the trunk. All the way to the trunk.
To the root.
To the flower and pistil.
George O'Keefe is having a field day right now.
Fucking... it takes them a very long time before anybody realizes this terrible thing is happening to the man that they're trying to save, but they just keep
they keep leaving him by the plants. The plants, the same ones that keep taking pieces of him slowly over time until they can build a real boy.
The plants are like the fucking raccoons I dealt with while I was camping. Anytime you turn your back, they're like, fucking chips,
yeah,
right?
Dude. Second the sun goes down and you're not looking, fucking give me those chips.
Smells like salt and vinegar.
What's in this bag?
Oh my god, they do that fucking toddler walk at you and just chips.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so this just plant is just like throating them, and the doctor is finally like, oh, that gasping.
Yeah, that was something?
It's the man that we keep forgetting about.
Yeah.
The man that, by the way, when we were eating, we just kind of ate 10 feet away like we weren't going to share with him.
Didn't give him shit. Gave him a cap full of water.
We just kept kind of looking at him being like, sucks.
Yeah, man. Bet you wish you could have some of these grapes.
So he runs over and
those grapes, by the way, after day 2 in the hot sun in a Ziploc bag.
Raisins.
That's fucking. It's either raisins or jam, and neither is edible.
Fucking dates.
Yeah.
Date jam.
Fuck.
He uses all of his medical knowledge to remove this plant from his airway by just grabbing it
and ripping it out
like a Beyblade.
You know how like when you take tapeworms out, you got to be super careful because they can split,
and they can also
then they go back inside, and they go, well, I'll just keep growing.
That's all right. I'll make a new asshole.
It's fine.
I'll make a second asshole that's way better than the one you just came away with. Enjoy that asshole.
Thanks.
That's the ass end.
Now it'll evolve.
Oh shit.
Just like Godzilla.
So yeah, that's just for no fucking reason. They just throat fuck the German guy.
Yeah, they
but
do.
I think he's into it a little bit.
Well, he must be. He's German. Fucking you cut away to daytime now, and it's Jeff and Amy talking. And then Eric comes out of the tent and goes, "Hey guys, we got a problem. I didn't do this to her." And then Stacy lifts her shirt up, and she's just full of plant life.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like fucking poison ivy.
Like she had been saying the entire time, because she's like, just split me open and just cut the plants out of me, please.
And to be quite honest, if I had something inside me moving around, you'd be the first person to hear about it, and you'd have to take my word for that. Because I'm very in tune with my body.
You know what's wild is that Jeff wasn't just like, hey, yeah.
Probably.
Well, let's go. Let's go right now.
Because I've been using my eyes for half a week on top of this temple, and I've seen everything that's happened. I believe you 100%.
He doesn't have to believe her. I feel like he would just be fully willing to cut another person open.
Well, he very much
like
is.
A sicko.
He very much is. The second he's given good reason, it's like, all right, I'm going knuck deep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all the way in there.
I'm gonna slice a fucking X marks the spot in the inside of your kneecap here. Let me get in there and feel around.
All right, heat up the frying pan.
Fuck.
Because I'm gonna need to cauterize her entire body.
So that's cool. Yeah, just fucking rips fucking vine on vine out of her body. Goes into her back and does the same thing. There's plenty in there. That one he pulls out and it like screams in his face like a mandrake from Harry Potter when you take it out of the soil.
Absolutely does. That's it. Jeff's got it all figured out at this point.
And so that's a good start for Stacy, but she's not done because she channels her inner 14-year-old girl and wants to keep cutting herself. And then he goes, like her therapist, we can't keep cutting.
We're out of tequila to wash you with.
We're out of tequila, and you've exhausted your cries for help.
Oh, God. So like the first one I think is like in her leg where the cut is, and the second one's like upper back.
Yeah.
The third one's in her goddamn head.
And she's positive about it, and nobody believes her until they start sharing water and it wiggles, and then everybody forgets what a poker face is immediately.
Oh,
if you were trying to like assuage her concern about being infested with plant life, don't look away and down like you just watched like you just walked in on two dogs fucking.
Whoa, wrong room, but also kind of right room.
Shit. They fucking... Well, I wrote something even worse, actually.
What did you write?
They all see what's in her forehead and look away like they just did an ultrasound and found no heartbeat. Because that's what it fucking is, dude. You go in for your second trimester checkup and the nurse is just like, oh.
Is it a boy or a girl?
Doesn't matter.
Dead. It's not breathing.
Fuck. We don't want to know the gender.
Oh, well, it's not breathing.
Holy shit.
Oh, God, that's sad.
Right there, I wrote, move the fucking tents out of the vines. Like, you have no reason not to do that now.
God.
You're sleeping in them still, you idiots.
Just give the vines the tent. Like, they want the tent. Just give them the tent.
Holy shit.
It's not your tent.
We take a fucking brief nap, and when we wake up, Stacy's solving the problem herself.
Oh, yeah. Stacy finds a knife. I don't know.
Stacy finds a knife from, like, the archaeologist backpack. She doesn't even bother with the whiskey now, because she's like, fuck it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. None of this fucking matters. Let's just...
And they fucking come out of the tent, and she's just standing there like, look, you ever seen an Italian dad cut prosciutto off of a hunk? Well, I'm practicing.
No, but...
I'm fucking practicing.
It's like when you cut your hair and you cut it bad, so you have to cut it more.
Yeah, you gotta Jerry Seinfeld with the chest hair.
Yeah. They walk out and
I started and then I missed it. Got closer and closer, and by the time I was just bare.
She's made a flap out of her leg.
She has,
and
yeah.
she wants that flap to come right
But
off.
to be quite honest, I didn't see any vines in that flap.
No, she's just tugging at this meat flap.
Yeah.
Oh my god, horrific.
Fucking Jeff tries to take the knife away because at this point there's no reasoning with her, and she slashes his hand. So Eric goes, "Okay, let me try," like an idiot.
Let me talk some sense into her while she's cutting herself so wide open.
Every time that she's touched, she flings that knife around like a fucking boomerang. But I'll be fine because we love each other.
Guys, I got this. She just gave me a hand job. I think.
And accused me of cheating in the same tent that we sleep in.
Yeah, even though she could have just smelled her hand and known that it was only her. Smell your hand, baby. What's it smell
We haven't
like?
showered since we
That's
started
you.
hiking, so you're right.
That's your saliva, baby. Remember the dome?
So it's kind of Eric's fault for getting stabbed in the chest and dying like that.
Oh yeah, and then she balls all upset like
Yeah.
like she didn't.
Yeah.
Like-
She when she cuts Jeff's hand, she goes, "I'm sorry," but she mumbles it because she's busy.
Yeah. Yeah, she's preparing dinner.
Yeah.
The turkey needs to be sliced.
We got that cast iron pan, you might as well throw something on the fire.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Fucking you're
Fry it up in a pan.
gonna need a great big old pan to cauterize this.
Fucking so then she just slowly begins dying and she decides she wants to have it happen faster. So she starts yelling, "Kill me," at the one person who never would, which is Amy. Why don't you yell it at Jeff? Because first of all, he's the one who ends up doing it. But secondly, because he's been fully willing at this point to do anything to anyone.
Oh yeah, he's got no
You probably wouldn't
stopping
even have
point.
to say it frantically to him. I'm just like, "Hey Jeff, do you mind just kill me?" Oh yeah, sure, man. We're just,
Knife's already out. Just
all right, it's cool. This is the copy paste though. When she yells "kill me" 3 times, she does it when she's in Amy's arms, and then they copy pasted it in reverb, like echoing down the temple
to the
when
to
she
the
gets
people.
stabbed and the guy leaves. It's the exact same scream. And it's
Okay,
like you couldn't have just
okay.
put her in the booth for 10 more seconds. I had her yell.
And that
You
would have
fuck.
probably would have costed
Went over
$10 to
budget.
$20 more dollars.
Yeah, jeez, that's really gonna break my bank. That's gonna put a dent.
Yeah, so we get a nice shot of like the Mayans up, just like enjoying the pyramid.
Yeah,
And listening to the
taking in the
screams
scenic
of
view
death.
from distance.
I enjoyed like you're like kill me, and then it's just silence.
They're talking about how they're salting the ground around the temple, and that's why there's no plant life for that little gap, so that it keeps it contained.
Sure.
So that means that salt damages it. Should have brought some.
Hey, throw salt on the whole pyramid.
Yep. Just get bags of salt and start at the bottom and work your way up.
I'm sorry, you've figured it out?
Why would you want to... Jeff also goes, "It's old." Like, whatever these fucking vines are. And that's when he's like, "There's no animals around here." So it's like they've just been having a problem for decades, probably. If not longer.
That's probably what this entire like town of people's job is like
Oh, yeah.
keeping
That's
it
why
contained.
Fucking it takes an hour and a half before they're carting out shit on their heads. Like, "Oh, we did this yesterday."
Portaging a canoe like, oh, we're at it again.
Yeah. At least I have something to do today that's not drinking wine I buried in the dirt.
Yeah, not drinking that gourd I spit into.
Yeah, that fruit spit I buried for a day. Fuck.
Tired of seeing my wife's tits hanging out.
Just hanging right. You'll notice that not too many tits hanging out in this tribe. They have modesty.
It's
One of them's actually just wearing clothes.
I think they're all wearing like pretty decent clothes.
Yeah, they must be going into town. They roll into town like, "Hey," they're talking to that taxi driver like, "Why, man? We fucking asked like 5 times nicely."
Did they pay you money? I swear to God, if you bring another tourist,
Just 'cause money.
oh, bring them somewhere else.
You could lie. You could just lie and take them anywhere.
Literally lie.
Holy fuck.
See this is this dirt hill. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. They all look the exact same anyway, probably.
Yeah. Here's the pyramid. Yeah. There it is. The beaten path's more of a cobblestone road, but you know.
So it takes all of everybody but Jeff and Amy dying for them to decide, okay, we should probably try and get out of here.
Yeah. Well, let's finally hatch this plan.
That he's had in the chamber the whole time. He was just waiting until he had enough blood to paint her with.
Pretty much like So we get a shot earlier in the film where he goes down to the bottom of the pyramid and he's just kind of like pacing around, and they're
making full eye contact with the man.
yeah, and they're following him. Like
Yeah.
they're keeping up with him as he like walks around the base.
That's how
of
he
the pyramid.
figures it out. Like, oh, we're stuck. Like, we're being kept here.
That's the plan.
Yeah. I'm going to smear you with the blood that's infected with plants because I don't know if you know this, but they're sporous, which means if they're in the blood and you put the blood on you, they're in you.
Well, thank God. thank God Stacy stabbed Eric so good.
And I'm going to carry you down the front. So you pretend to be dead 20 feet away from me. I'll walk 20 feet away and yell a lot. And then once I yell your name specifically, the loudest, you get up and run within full view of anybody looking at the temple.
Yeah, you know the entire town that's gathered around it?
Like in a circle, probably?
Yeah, you know the families with the children who have been shot dead?
Yeah, they
there's-
probably take it really seriously.
They're probably mourning the body right there.
Yep.
It's not even been a day. It's not been a day.
And we'll do it in broad daylight also, just so that everybody can get a good look at you running to the tree line when you do, and do nothing about it.
Just so
and
they
not
know-
do a thing about it.
Yeah, they're just going to let you run after this has been going on for how long? Don't worry.
It's deathly quiet. We're not going to listen to any of the footfalls right to my left.
Yeah, you know how it's silent with all the no animals.
I like, so when he carries her down and shit, and part of his distraction is this impassioned speech. In English. Why would you could have fucking quoted Shakespeare? You could have just read Mein Kampf aloud. It doesn't matter what you're saying to them.
Yeah,
just as long as you're saying things.
They could have just pulled that out of their backpack too. Like the German guy probably had his
You would
pocket,
probably,
his pocket Kampf,
I would imagine. You'll notice that the darkest anybody got in this party was Greek.
the Mein Mini Kampf.
The mini Kampf.
And it's just like just like a Reader's Digest. It's really digested down for
Yeah.
readers.
It's compacted.
Man, you just open up. It's just Jews, sad face.
Jews, sad face, in an oven.
The
A kiln.
the compact. I like that. It's spelled with a K, of course.
Compact.
Yeah.
When he yells her fucking name during a speech, she gets up and runs, and he goes, "This is a stupid line. This is a really stupid line." Right before he gets shot with arrows, he says, "She's not gonna die on this fucking hill," which is an idiom, obviously.
Yeah.
But also, it's a temple. Have some respect.
Oh my
Hill.
God.
This pile of rock and dirt you built.
This fucking shithole.
This dump. This landfill.
This stink repository.
Holy shit.
By the way, we shit up there. German guy took a shit in your
Really-
fucking temple.
I've had nothing but tequila and grapes for days.
We've been up there shitting and jerking off for your fucking temple.
Jerking off ourselves, each other. It's just been a fest up there.
You should see the cum.
Fuck. You thought those flowers were red? Nah, they're white now.
Good,
Those are some white orchids up there I left.
good luck peeling the sleeping bag up off the floor.
It's
It's
fucking rock solid.
varnished to the
Oh
ground.
my god. Ugh, epoxy. So yeah, fucking bitch gets up and runs 20 feet from an entire tribe and nobody notices even though they're looking right at her. And then you hear a gunshot, which is obviously Jeff being shot in the fucking head like he deserves.
Yup.
And then she hops in the Jeep because she makes it to the Jeep even though they're on horseback and fucking flies out of there. And then at the very end, you see a little wiggle under her eye. Now let me tell you something, three things here.
Okay.
How, number one, in the fuck did that Jeep start after days of being dead in the woods and wet? Number two, she didn't notice that there were things inside of her this whole time? At all, she didn't feel anything. Stacy's out here cutting herself open left and right like a fucking Nightmare Before Christmas fan.
Yeah.
And Amy's just like, I'm good, I'm just a little itchy. Number three, she was the first one to touch the plants. She exhibited no symptoms all movie until the end.
Get your fingers out of these plot holes.
Oh my god, I'm gonna put my finger in a knee hole in a second.
My best guess is that the plants are controlling her somehow. They're influencing her, and they're like, it's kind of like when.
Why'd she seem puzzled when she touched her face?
Did she seem puzzled? I thought she was like, "Fuck yeah,
Oh,
fuck yeah,
I
plants."
hope not.
Um,
Yeah, and she is poison ivy now.
Yeah, exactly. You see the plant like lock in.
Yeah.
It's like under her eye, and it just like, kind of like locks in, and then that's the end of the fucking movie.
It sure is.
Until,
Yeah,
first of all, look,
explain this.
throughout the film,
Yeah,
Jeff is like, look, let's just chill here. The Greeks are coming.
yeah.
The dirty. He doesn't say
He
dirty.
does keep talking about the Greeks as if they're right around the corner.
And he calls them the Greeks, and it feels very derogatory. The way he says it.
The Greeks.
We're American.
The
and
fucking
the
Greeks.
fucking Greeks are coming for
Yeah.
Dimitri.
I guess we need them.
And then the whole movie, everybody's like, they're not coming. They're Greek. Why would they come?
They fucking don't do anything.
So at the end of the movie, they finally show up, and two guys are just like,
well, there it is.
Dimitri!
Yeah.
Well, they're not gonna
hear shit.
They're not gonna like what they find either.
No.
Because those vines took Dimitri.
Mm.
They also took Eric, too. They needed Eric. They just kind of carted his little corpse off.
Yeah.
Dragged it off
That kind of
there.
just, like, happens in the background of shit. Like, he just gets dragged. They're just like, okay.
I like it. Yeah. He tries to, Jeff tries to fight him off, but he's got a cut hand. So he just, like,
Right.
he grabs one vine. He's like, well, that's enough.
Yeah. Well, it went in him, probably.
Obviously, the vines win.
Fuck, they sure do.
He's just my friend.
They're using that VTARD strength.
He probably realized, I got to carry this corpse 11 miles?
Mm-hmm.
That's 4 hours of walking. I did the math.
It's a fucking lot.
I did the math like I did for Chernobyl because I need to know how far is it for real.
Yep, and that's fine because the second I'm in sandals and you tell me that it's 15 kilometers, I'm like, well, how far is it by vehicle back to the resort? Because that's where I'm going right now.
There was as well, like your point to them being like what's the word I'm looking for?
Stupid.
No,
dumb idiots.
Like a fungus where it has spores.
Sporous.
Yeah, because at one point they're just like it's growing on us. And for the rest of the movie,
on all their clothes. That was one of the things I forgot to mention while he's talking to fucking Amy. His shirt looks like Groot. Take your fucking shirt off. It's all over your shirt.
He looks like fucking Rumpelstiltskin. Falling asleep by a tree. Old man Winter.
He's about to have an Entmoot with that shirt on.
Oh, Christ. And that's the end of the goddamn film.
There is an alternate ending to it where you don't ever get to see the vine interface, so it's up in the air as to whether or not she's infected when she leaves. I prefer to know.
Here, let me tell you what. She's covered in mold. She's infected.
There's no way. Everybody's infected.
That's how that works.
She touched it with her feet right away, and they were fucking bare feet.
Yep.
So
you
lose.
That's how that fucking works.
What rating did you give this fucking this brown beauty?
I liked this movie almost as much as I liked the movie Splinter.
Okay.
7.
7, man.
7 for the gore. 7 for the originality.
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming. I didn't expect it to be plants.
Yeah.
It kept me guessing for a little bit.
I had seen it, and because I came into it with the same, like Apollo 18, where it's like, oh, it's the fucking rocks. All right. But at the very least, the plants weren't all CGI. Like, yeah, when they're enclosing on them in the mine pit,
well,
then it's CGI, but you can't. It's like 3 guys in ghillie suits just doing this. We're coming.
I almost would have preferred that. I'd like to think that there's like a 50s version of this where it's just a dude in a suit and he's like, look at this. I told you to stare into my fucking hole.
This is my hole. All right. Well, I originally did 5.5, but you made a good point. I'm gonna ratchet it up to 6.
All right.
It's a 6 out of 10 for me on the ruins.
6 out of 10 and a 7.
Yeah.
All right.
What you got? What you got for me? Man, whose turn it is to pick movies
for me to
choose from.
Well, I tried to bring bangers.
Okay.
But I also wanted to bring some that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And like,
if luck's on your side, you just brought bangers. Regardless.
For sure. And like, look, you've heard the contents of this film. You know what's on this list. you know what I've got. Well, you know the words I've got written down here. You know what's on the list.
I'm sure that I do.
So here's your themes.
Yeah.
Vacation.
Perfect. Good start. National Lampoon. Christmas.
Nature. We got nature.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Little.
The Rick Moranis one. It's a musical.
It's actually not bad.
I want you to know that the other Little Shop of Horrors is in, like, I think 63 or 5. It's Jack Nicholson.
Good. Yep. I'll watch that.
Yep. It's very young. It's weird to see.
Is it a big puppet? Big puppet plant?
It's fucking black and white
or is
from
it
the 60s.
Is it a dude just painted green and he's like, I'm the plant?
It's probably a man painted green inside a large puppet.
All right.
It's like Big Bird.
Whatever. I mean, that's all the other one was, too.
Yeah. I guess you wouldn't have to paint him. It's black and white.
Feed me.
Yeah.
You come.
Oh.
Because, nowadays, that's what it would be. I'm sorry. That's just the way the world's going.
Yeah.
Everything's feeding, everything come.
That's true.
pretty fucking gross. I'm surprised there's not a. I'm sure there's got to be a porn parody.
Of Little
Right?
Shop? Oh, yeah, and it
And
just fucks the big Venus flytrap mouth?
Yeah, and he's just like, put that cum in me. Put that cum in here. I'm a plant.
Come in here and then come in here, he says from a back room.
All right. So we got vacation.
And you got nature.
We got nature.
Yeah.
We got parasites.
Parasites, okay.
And we've got consuming the flesh.
Okay. Well, I can only assume consuming the flesh is either a cannibal or a zombie movie. If it's a cannibal movie, it's probably the Green Inferno, because you're killing many birds with one stone on that one, and the stone has its teeth filed. And then I'm intrigued by Vacation for sure. Ooh, because they never go well. It's gonna be hostile. I'm gonna fuck. I think it might be a curveball, so I'm gonna go consuming the flesh.
Okay. All right. Let's run down the list here.
Yeah, let's.
Because it's obvious what I have on this list.
To a degree.
There's no getting around it. There's a movie.
The one I didn't guess is the one I'm like almost 100% sure I know what it is.
Oh, for sure. I bet you do. It's 100% like it has to be on the list just given the nature of the film.
Yep.
So for Vacation, we got Evil Dead.
Ah, shit.
Probably the second one.
It would be the second one because it's a remake and it's better. Whatever.
And The Vines.
And also, the Vines are more so in the first.
Okay,
and then in the remake from 2013.
All right, I wrote the first one. Nature's the Bay.
Okay, I thought Parasite was gonna be the Bay,
Yeah?
but the Bay is on there either Bay.
Yep. Parasite, The Nest.
Oh shit, I haven't seen that.
Neither have I. And I chose these three because I was like, I can think of movies that fit into all these fucking categories. Yeah. And I thought I could trick you into watching The Bay.
Okay.
Because I thought you might want to watch Vines.
It's not really a trick because I like The Bay.
But if you had thought that the nature was Evil Dead and that the Vines were going to be molesting people in the woods.
Right.
But it's fine. What you chose was consuming the flesh.
That's
and now
right.
I haven't personally seen this film.
Okay.
But let's just say it's been a while since we've had a film of this nature.
Okay.
We've done a lot of more recent films lately.
Oh Jesus.
Don't say it like that. All right? Cuz you don't even know what it is.
Jeez Louise.
So, we're going to take a little trip back in time to the 80s.
Uh-huh.
And oh god.
No.
We're watching The Stuff.
Oh.
We're watching
Okay.
The Stuff.
Okay. It has been a minute since we watched some bullshit exploitation gore movie from the 80s. I thought that you mistakenly believed that Cannibal Holocaust was from the 80s.
Oh, God.
For a second. It's 76, I believe.
I was going to say, even in the 80s, I don't think beating a turtle to death would be
and ripping a lizard in half right on camera.
Well, there is an episode of like Man vs. Wild where he just like reaches into the river and pulls out a lizard and is like, well, against the tree you go. And
he also does it with a snake.
Oh, it might have just been the snake. He just bashes it up against the tree and then eats it.
Yep.
Oh, there's your fucking snake right there,
How's
nature.
That? Yeah.
In the same manner, they pick up Mathias and just fucking throw him on the bed like a sack of dirty potatoes.
The same way they let him thud onto the fucking cold, hard ground
there
with
you
the rope
go.
breaks.
There's your shit back, you fucking German.
Well, if it wasn't broken before, it sure as fuck is now, Mathias.
Fucking Jeff getting down on his knees and whispering, "This is for Anne Frank."
I'm doing my own Nuremberg trials on the top of this temple. You know what? They should have just cut his heart out as a real sacrifice. They probably would have lived.
Yeah. That honestly, they skipped over that. Like, if you chucked a heart into that hole, I bet the vines recede.
Yeah.
Oh, well. That's Mayan rituals for you.
The ruins.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum.
Vines.
Oh.
I lasted that whole podcast without making a joke about Vine, the website.
You did good.
I realize.